we could settle our differences with this responsible bandit. He's quite responsible, I think.
This collusion sounds illegal.
I was striking up a conversation with said bandit before.
I think we all were. Let's review the tapes. Let's review the tapes.
Also, I now understand why you guys were so scared of being in the inn.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Gentlemen.
Bella's gone cold.
Wait,
Hold on.
Sir Barrick's alive?
Hold on.
Holding.
The last episode was less than 3 hours long. This means we can put it into rhythm.
Yeah, but
so
you
guys
can't
are
skip
right.
time in rhythm though. You can't say like
No, we're
starting
gonna-
this timestamp.
If you give it a link, it'll work.
It was pretty much empty when
Oh,
you
okay.
there was, like, one table left, and in the dining room was full.
But I mean, like, are we listening to all of it or just the
You
end?
kinda look
We're
at
just
the
gonna listen to the end of it.
here. You guys
Okay.
are.
He's drawn some
let's
tables.
say-
I put them under my chin and I flip them forward.
What does that mean?
Well,
Does that mean anything to me? Since he was teaching me sign language?
I don't think that's sign language per se.
That is very much, well, I don't know if it's actual
It's
sign language.
improvised sign language.
No. That has a very explicit meaning.
No,
That meaning is,
specific meaning.
fuck you.
I say an equal is mine. But if you want me to fireball him, just nod your head.
An exacerbated desire.
So dudes, who are you guys exactly? If I may?
Share. I want to start at this time. Copy. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's happening. It's happening. Play. Everyone unmute rhythm.
It's there for emotional support.
I don't.
Emotional support. Ah, it didn't work. Someone please label it.
So was the frozen dragon.
Sad.
Maybe it didn't.
It didn't work. It started at the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
I was gonna say because I've tried to do that before with rhythm and it didn't work, but
And who wants to relive that whole session? Oof.
I do.
Listen,
I need to
let's
get-
live through this session before we relive another one.
There's no way you guys are gonna let us fucking talk this one out, are you guys?
I don't. I feel like I'm being judged for having done nothing.
Oh no. It's just there's no judgment. This is just observation.
I want
What's
to see
me
if
up?
Nathaniel will let me do something before I do anything.
Can you counterspell your own thing?
Let's
Mark, I
find out.
think Warlock has counterspell on its list.
I haven't seen it.
I could have sworn. Maybe it's a
It's
sub-
probably there. I didn't really check.
I think it might be a subclass spell.
Oh no, it's there. I could learn it.
Could.
Neat.
Not right now.
But you only got 2 spell slots, so was it really worth it? No. Absolutely not.
That's the thing. Yeah.
I hate that about Warlock.
I'm of the strong belief that it should be 1 to 5 spell slots at level 20. And they should be spread out more evenly. So that you actually advance levels. But you know, who cares?
Yeah, I
Hello.
think you could counterspell your own spell. Hello.
Yes,
I
you
heard
can.
someone.
Hello.
Counterspell.
Yeah. Hello.
He is here.
Redemption. Counterspell.
Yeah.
Does not-
Oh, right. Yes. Oh boy.
Okay. There are many things that need to be discussed, but the question is can we discuss them?
I think most I can only talk to people, but no one can talk to me.
Then Mark, lead the conversation.
Well, I
And
No,
no
I
one
have
else
nothing.
can talk.
no. I don't think we can discuss this without a DM being present.
I think
Yeah.
we very much can discuss this. Because why not? Why not? Because it's not like we're making rolls. We're talking things through. We're thinking out loud. Because he specifically said that he was going to give us time to do this.
Well,
Because does anyone
where
know?
did he specifically say that?
He's
I-
talked to me so many times.
He's talked to me
since
as well.
last session, and he's talked about my decisions.
The question
No,
is, people
well-
who live in Colorado, is Nathaniel at his computer or is he like up and about doing something?
I
in the
believe he's at
bathroom.
his computer. Oh, he's in the bathroom. Never mind.
Okay.
About
Oh, that'll do it.
Unbelievable.
That will do it.
Okay.
Hear me
He's
out.
hinted about my bad choices. That's all.
Yeah, of course he has. Yeah, you literally go into the Storm King's Thunder chat and just fucking hold. Where is it? Where's Storm
Hey, you
King's
guys know what we can do now?
Make new characters. I don't know.
Who's making the new ranger?
I honestly,
Uh,
if we can do a revised ranger, I'd honestly play a revised ranger.
We have to survive until Tasha's comes out.
Why? Is revised ranger in Tasha's?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
is
I'm
it
just saying.
Tasha?
It's
Wait, I
the
thought there was
next
an I in there.
rule book.
Isn't there an I in there?
What?
No.
What are you talking
I
about?
thought it was like T-A. Oh, hold on a second.
Tiasha? Tashai?
Tashi.
Taisha.
No, it's Tasha.
Okay.
Tasha.
In light of last week's session, I'd like for you to have a couple
Yes.
things. First, I'd like you to have a couple things. I'd like for you to have faith in the book, since we are 100% still on book. Second, I'd like you to have faith in me as a DM and storyteller. Thirdly, I want you to have faith in yourselves as role players and creative thinkers. Finally, I think you should have faith in me as a friend who has your best interests in mind. I don't want to railroad you, so I didn't cutscene the end of last session. I want you to be able to make your own choices and the such. That's, of course, he talks like that. He talks so formally, and then he adds "and the such" to the end of a sentence. But before you make a decision, remember those things. I look forward to next Wednesday, no matter what you decide. However, this will be a fascinating session. Thanks, your DM.
Ever described
Hello.
the session
Oh, he's
as
back.
fascinating?
Oh, no.
I feel like you most definitely have.
I
Yes,
absolutely have, and those were always my favorite
The
sessions.
fascinating sessions are the best ones.
Okay, how's everyone doing today?
Fantastic.
That's good to know.
We're not
Chili
doing a
for dinner.
recap. Everyone knows what happened. We're just going.
We know what happened.
But do the
We're
viewers?
not doing a recap. We know what happened.
If the viewers don't
It's like
know,
the,
the viewers don't deserve to know.
Yeah,
If
and
they
like all
can't
the TV
look and
shows,
find out.
right? A lot of TV shows they do the recap episodes, and then as soon as it's the final two-part finale, they stop doing the recap, and it just cuts
Yeah,
straight to
see,
the action.
2-part finale.
See,
Right
is
here,
there
right
a
now.
recap in the two-part finales for The West Wing?
In I know in a lot of anime, what they do is the recap episodes all through the arc, and then as soon as it hits the main arc, they don't even play the intro. Like it's just like 20 minutes, and then they play the intro at the end.
Yep.
You calling this the main arc?
Well, it is now.
This is chapter
apparently.
3.
What I like is that we somehow, over the past sessions 7, 8, and 9, which is today, session 9, over the past 3 sessions, we've effectively switched plots around. The A plot became the C plot, the B plot became the A plot, and then the C plot became the B plot.
You are forgetting the numerous plots that you are unaware of. All right.
I thought the mountain-sized boat out in the water was the main arc for this story.
I
Yeah,
honestly
I
wanted to
really
go to that
did.
boat, but someone,
the-
i.e. the captain, didn't
Main
want
arc? No? Okay.
The
Main arc because it's a boat. It's a
Oh,
boat.
don't-
You fucker! I
I'm
hate
not even
you.
recording. Ian, is the stream up? I
Yes.
hope it is. Okay, good. I'm glad somebody caught that.
I hate you. I hate you so much. The main arc.
I hate you so much. Okay, so now that
Keep saying that. I have the wand of fireballs, pal.
Okay. So
Oh my god, drawing
I-
privileges, gentlemen.
I spent about an hour last night taking notes on last session,
Mhm.
roughly from my memory, because I didn't want to go back and watch the VOD because I was lazy. I didn't take notes during last session. I was a bit preoccupied with certain things. I'm going to run through my brief notes of recap. Tell me if I missed anything important. And I might ask you for the end because I didn't write that down. It started out, the party stayed in was it the Dancing Wave that you were on, or the Moon Maiden?
No, the Moon Maiden.
We were on
We're
the
on
moon.
the
Maiden.
Maiden.
We were looking
Yes.
for the dancing wave.
Okay, so you're on the
Yeah.
Moon Maiden for 8 days and 7 nights, eventually coming across the wreckage of the Dancing Wave, or what you think is the Dancing Wave. They spotted a mountain of a ship in the distance and then ran at the captain's insistence. Hey, that rhymed. At port, they were trailed by several Black Network operatives. They exchanged their gems and got a smith to get an item card for them for the suit of armor. That's still on I believe this is what did I say, 3 days?
No, it was 1 day to figure out what it was, and then we expedited it. It was 24 hours. The next thing we were
right,
gonna do
you
was
paid
go.
the expedited price. 1 day.
So it would be today. We were gonna go and figure it out today before we went.
Well, listen, today's a really far away.
Today is right now, Nathaniel. We're going to that blacksmith. We're gonna get us some armor. Nothing else is gonna happen.
And then you thought you saw a Black Network spy in the town square. You chased them, and then you tackled a poor college student trying to get to class on time. Probably
We
made her
didn't-
late.
We know that she's not suspicious.
None
we
of
did
you
not-
insight checked her at all.
We did
I
not
didn't
tackle
know what
her.
we were suspicious of.
It was a good time.
Now I know. It's
John,
fine.
They
can you
found
move the
Sir
microphone,
Barrick.
like 5 feet away from your mouth?
What?
John,
Yeah, your mic is kind of.
your microphone is very loud.
Oh no, I didn't change the input.
Oh, well, there you go.
Fix that.
They found Sir Barrick at the Order of the Gauntlet. Was it Sir Barrick or was it the other guy?
No, it was the person Sir
Sir
Barrett wanted us to
Barrett.
find.
Yeah.
Weevil.
Okay.
No, it wasn't Weevil. Sir Laniver Stryle. That's his name. I wrote it down.
At the Order of the Gauntlet, got his cloak of protection, and then slept at the what was the inn called?
I didn't write it down.
Tavern brawl.
What was it called?
What was it called?
I didn't write it down.
I don't think we. I don't
no
think
one
any
wrote
of
it
us
down.
did.
We'll check the records for
It
it. For now, it'll
wasn't.
be the blank name
It
inn.
wasn't the Leaky Moon.
It
No.
wasn't the Leaky Moon, is what I know.
Under
we should've-
protest.
We should have stayed at the Leaky Moon, honestly.
God, you fools.
At least we
In
would've
the
known they'd be
morning-
there.
You encountered a number of Black Network spies, or maybe they're not spies anymore. Their leader, at least what you think is their leader, and we left it at that.
Yep.
Does anyone have any questions before we jump into today's session?
Can we just assume this is resolved peacefully and move on?
I'm a peaceful guy.
I don't understand why we can't all just walk away.
Oh,
All right.
can't we just assume?
Can we also talk about
No.
the fact that this tavern actually doesn't have a door? Everything is either a window, or is this?
There's a door.
I think this is the
there, I
second
think.
story. This is the second story we're looking at.
Oh yeah, no, this is probably the second story. You're right.
That's a really good point.
This
we had
tavern
to
does not
add a
have
door.
Yeah, that's funny. Okay. Oh,
You're
yes.
really quiet
Now you're
now.
very quiet. but yeah.
Quiet.
Very quiet.
And without further ado, we will launch into tonight's session of the Storm King's Blunder.
You know it, baby.
Roll the intro.
That
I
was
don't
it.
have enough coffee for this.
I don't have enough liquor.
Intro. I need to fill my water bottle up with vodka. I'm gonna be right back and grab a snack. Actually, no. I'm gonna be able to grab a snack in a second.
So can we?
So-
Oh yeah. Okay, fair enough. Because we're gonna be dead.
Oh, let me get my music on. That should probably help. For those of you who want to set the mood, the Portal 2 track "I Am a Moron,"
Hey.
or "I Am Not a Moron."
Judged. Oh, never mind.
If you start that track at around 144, just after the big crescendo, and it cuts to the quiet part, that will line up nicely with my music. But each to your own. Notably, here's my explanation. Tension, thicker than a blade could cut, caresses the atmosphere in the room to the point of suffocation.
You know that the only
Eyes, hardened on steel, carefully observe every inch of motion between the figures present. Hands on weapons, individuals run dozens of strategies straight through their minds on every conceivable outcome. Everything,
All of them.
living or
plus
not, holds its breath for what could be an explosive end. The leader, wand still in hand, steps forward, his gaze rich with rapt curiosity as he decomposes each of you with a cursory glance. As he speaks, his words ring with opulent finality, regardless of how you choose to perceive that definition.
Who's rolling
Friends,
dice?
No, that was.
I ask you one last time. Surely there is an answer to our predicament that does not result in more bloodshed spilt between our parties. And at this, I'm going to go a little bit out of character and allow you lot to talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to time you. You have 3 minutes.
3 minutes. I really don't think we should take this fight, unless we can hit some big fat fireballs and very quickly and kill a lot of them that are around us. We're not gonna make it out. Literally, unless a spirit guardians and a fireballs go down on top of us and clear our space, we ain't fucking making it out of this one. In my great opinion, I think we should try to talk it out. That's my opinion.
So hear me out. I'm not saying you're wrong, but there is also the whole thing where if you go into a say nest of the enemy kind of willingly, that tends to not go very well. It's easier to get out of here right now while we have, all our tools at our disposal and are
Yeah.
not bound and poisoned.
Are
I
you
was thinking
talking?
we-
Are you saying like running or fighting?
Yes.
Running.
There's a window in the kitchen. If we get into the kitchen, we could attempt to smash through it and run.
Which one's the kitchen?
The kitchen's right here in this room that has no one in it that we know of. I'm also thinking we could talk here. I don't say we go anywhere. If we talk here, might be a better bet. That's my vote. Anyone else?
Do we want to try talking and then see what happens with their escorting, and then if it goes poorly, then someone goes?
I have a feeling we're not gonna get escorted consciously.
No, it would be way too open for them to.
Yeah, there's a chance we get fucking dragged underground and through the sewers. And shit.
Okay, so plan A is talk, and if plan A fails, plan B is run.
Because I don't.
That's what
Getting this door open is not a guarantee. So if we can get out some other way besides this door, it's probably going to be a lot easier.
Door made out of?
What?
who's our
Door's made of wood.
He-
It was
he
very
never-
well described, and I'm pretty sure he literally just text to speech fucking Wikipedia by hand. But it's locked, and it's like I think it has metal reinforcing
Other
it.
thing to note: Fireball ignites all flammable objects in the area. We can turn this into a conflagration of
Do you know how much
smoke and
XP
pain.
we would get?
What CR is the inn?
Nathaniel, we have confirmed that there is literally no one else in here, right? Like the innkeeper is gone. We don't see him, like the dude we checked in with.
From what you can tell, no.
Okay.
The people present in the room that you can see are the ones that are available to your eyes.
So, do we want to try to talk? Do we just want to try to run? Because I don't think all of us have great initiative bonuses.
15
there's-
seconds.
There's no reason why we shouldn't talk, right?
Can we talk in the kitchen?
I can invisibility two of us.
Oh God.
Okay,
Well, let's see how this goes.
time is up.
Wait,
You've had 3 minutes to decide.
Can we now that everyone had a chance to talk, can we just vote real quick of people's just one word, say what you think we should do. Chad, Yeah.
One word.
You have one word.
God damn it.
Chad.
talk run?
Okay, that's 2. Jonk,
Talk run.
Gilbert,
Talk run.
talk run. All right.
Yeah.
Uznop?
Yeah. Talk and run.
Doesn't
That's
it matter
3
what
words!
Bonzu votes for?
Bonzu's
Not
vote
if you
counts
put
the most.
them without space.
Okay.
Okay,
Who's
So-
leading the charge on this one?
3 minutes ago he said, and we're just gonna do the normal voices. Friends, I ask you one last time. Surely there must be an answer to a predicament that does not result in more bloodshed being spilt between our parties.
I would agree with you. I hope you can understand that the previous bloodshed was not specifically aimed at you and your organization. In Luskin was a horrid misunderstanding. They approached
Yes.
us claiming to be guards. We offered to pay for the damages. If they had said, hey, we're with the Black Network, we probably would have actually sat down and had the conversation. But they tried to extort from us. We were more than willing to pay. I hope you can
I understand our operatives in Luskin are perhaps a bit brutish in their methods. I think talking might suit us best. Perhaps we can see eye to eye on issues we're not quite level at.
Well, let's talk then. May we find
Yes,
a
this
place
is a
to
very
seat?
good location for conversation. Plenty of seating, wide open atmosphere.
Forgive me.
This is a window, right? This is like this one here.
Yeah, you can call that a window.
Okay.
Forgive
Can I just ask a question? Everything that is a window on the map is actually a window, correct?
Except for the X that marks
That's
the
a door. Okay.
Okay, and these wooden walls aren't actually here. We only care about the blue stuff.
Only care about the blue stuff.
Fantastic.
Perfect.
Gotcha.
And with this, he kind of strokes the little stubble on his chin. Right, he's got like a little soul patch there, and he strokes it and he says, "Forgive me if I am not incredibly forthright with your disposition. I think it would be unwise of me to forfeit all of my resources I have. After all, it's much easier to persuade someone in a weaker position. I think you would feel the same, would you not?"
Of course. I'm just gonna walk over to this table right here, grab one of the empty chairs,
Okay.
and I'm just going to sit
Yeah.
down in it. If we're going to talk, I'm going to at least take a seat. My old bones need to rest.
Yes, I think that is best. I will dismiss some of my men. That way we have a more even playing field.
This is fair.
And with that, the people, let's see, this guy, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These people all make their way, we'll say, to the kitchen.
Whoa.
Oh, God.
That's a lot of initiative. I'm scared.
That was funny. Did not anticipate that.
They're all kind of stacked on top of each other now.
Well, they're distracted.
Quick!
1, 2,
They're
3, 4,
confused.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. And then he sends these people to go hang out at these tables.
Do I
Over
take an
beyond.
attack of opportunity?
To pat
You
them
want
on
to?
the back and say thank you for understanding.
Thank you. Wow.
I'd miss if I tried to pat him on the back.
And then this guy sits down. Yeah.
I'm gonna sit right there.
Oh.
As I always do, I take out my 2 glasses and my bottle of whiskey, my bottle of grain alcohol. I was hoping to save the rest of this, but I guess there's no time like the present, yes?
Well, maybe for you. I unfortunately do not drink.
Really? Is it like religious thing or just personal preference?
I
Or
like
is
to
it-
keep my mind clear during negotiations.
Negotiations is a strong word.
And he
I
sits
feel like I'm
forward
being
and-
interrogated.
he sits forward a bit, and I'm really disappointed because you guys can't see like my motions here. But he kind of sits forward in his chair a bit, and he leans forward and steeples his fingers and puts them under
Don't
his
you have the
chin.
webcam? Did you get rid of the webcam?
No, I returned the webcam.
That's disappointing.
It was not a good webcam.
Disagree, but all right.
It's a 120-degree field of view, which was the entirety of my room.
All right.
And he leans forward and steeples his fingers. And he kind of looks at you, Igor, and then looks around at Uznab, Chonk, Gilbert, and Chad individually. And he
Anyone
says,
else want this glass then? Anyone? Nope.
What time is it?
No.
It's probably
It
like
is-
9 in the morning. It was not takes
it's
it out of the way.
8:39 in the morning.
And there's no one in the kitchen, right? For
That we know
You're
of.
not sure.
this area? Or not sure?
The bandits that you saw, they all left through the kitchen. You're not sure if they are still there or not.
Oof, okay. All right.
Okay. He leans forward and he says, maybe we should start with some introductions. Shall we not?
No.
Yes.
I am...
Naramos. I wrote it
His
down.
name is here somewhere. Give me a
It's
second.
Naramos.
wait,
Nathaniel, am I
it's in
taking
the
better
book.
notes than you? Excuse me?
Yes.
Yes, you are. My name is Naramos. I am a member of the Zenatirum. We do mercenary work of sorts. We are quite expansive, especially as of recently. And we like to, well, the Zenatirum prides itself on its ability to gather information. Now, if I may be so forward as to ask for your names.
Who's going first?
Well, my name's Gilbert Oswald Doyle. If you are a fan of information, perhaps you've read some of my books. Yes.
No.
Pity.
Igor Bonham. I used to run with a group of mercenaries by the name of the Claw Crawlers down in Baldur's Gate. You might have heard of me. They haven't been active in years.
I'm afraid I haven't had the pleasure.
Quite.
And he looks at Chonk next.
The Defender.
He's a-
Is that your name?
Yes. Yes, yes.
It's nice to meet you, Defender.
he's not the brightest. He literally crawled out of the hills, and we just kind of picked him up.
I see.
Yeah.
He glances at Uznab now.
Yeah, I am Uznab. I am a cleric of the god of miracle. That's me.
I see.
Miracle. Okay, can I insight check? Is that actually who he's a god of? I could have sworn he said something else.
I thought it was
Yeah. You can roll an insight check.
I rolled a 4.
You don't
Plus
don't
one.
have to. That's what it is.
Okay.
Well, Ian, with a 4, I'm not really
4
sure.
plus
you believe
1.
him.
It's 5.
You might not believe him. And then he looks finally at the bird person sitting at the table.
Dude, you can just call me Chad. I was a previous guardsman of the Arakura and Arakocra, excuse me. You know, just living life, flying around. Guard life didn't suit me well, so here I am.
I see. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Igor, Uznab, Defender, Gilbert Oswald Dyalt, and
Doyle.
Chad. Yes. And with this, he kind of reaches into his bag a little bit and pulls out a notebook, one for like a ledger book essentially, one for keeping track of things, and he pulls out a charcoal pencil with a very fine tip, and he looks up at you guys and he says, "Now, there have been several, we should call them misunderstandings, between our responsible organization and your affiliation. The first of which, I believe, we had sent a scouting party to Nightstone in order to observe the town, and the scouting party there said it was destroyed for the most part, with massive boulders strewn about the place, and they said that, or at least the ones that came back, that a massive Goliath killed 2 of them as they were running away with arrows the size of tree trunks." And he kind of glances at Chonk with arrows the size of tree trunks on his back, and a massive bow strapped around. And he kind of raises an eyebrow. And he says, they also reported several members that looked a lot like you who attacked and killed their leader, Zolkum. Do you have anything to say about this?
Yeah, we did that.
That's good.
Yeah, dude, that was.
That lines up.
No, this was before we truly understood the nature of your organization.
I see.
We were,
And they didn't exactly come in peace to interact with us.
yeah,
But, you know.
Go for it, Gilbert.
Well, I don't have much more to add to that. Just
I was just going to say that there was a bunch of really, really stupid guardsmen there that just asked us for help, and it was kind of pathetic, and we took pity on them. They were complete idiots, and they let their town be overrun by giants and then goblins. So,
Well, I hardly think the giants were the guards' fault.
no, but the goblins thereafter that came in and, kidnapped everyone else, that was in fact their fault. Those
The
really
story that Jake, John, and Jack told me,
pathetic- those are good names.
the surviving members of that expedition, were that you guys attacked them without remorse and without warning. Do you have anything to say about that?
Without warning? Did we?
What?
No.
See, I honestly don't remember.
Yeah,
Um,
neither do I.
What's happened since then?
Yeah,
I
we've had a
don't
very
care about
strange and confusing month. Like,
I see. Do you deny this claim, or?
we cannot confirm nor deny the claim at this time, unfortunately.
I see.
What we did, dude, is so all we did is we like took the leader, dude, right? And we wanted to isolate him from everyone else, like, you know. And that's all we did. And what happened, dude, is we just talked for a bit, and it was clear that there was some discourse, and that dude, there was just some things that didn't align at the time.
Oh yeah, now I remember. We did actually no, we did not start that fight. We
Yeah,
were
dude,
talking
it was
to him.
there.
He reminds
Are you
me.
sure?
Yes, me and him, me and Tad.
Yeah.
We closed the gate so that we could talk to them. We were talking about them, and we were. He asked me if I knew. I don't remember what it was, but we ended up talking about Mr. Rex, that animal merchant that went up north. He was saying that he knew this man, even though the man fucking died like 20 years ago. The man was crazy. He fucking had all sorts of beasts he was taming. He headed up north. I think he said he was looking for like a hippogriff, and he told me if he didn't come back in a month that he was probably dead. But that's honestly, that man taught me so much. But yeah, we were talking about them, and he just said, "All right, fuck this," and started attacking us. I don't know.
I see.
Surely you can't be too upset with us for choosing the grounds on which we talk to people. And
Like,
Gilbert
literally.
kinda looks
No.
around.
We literally did what you are doing now.
Just with like a drawbridge.
Yeah, we did it
I
with a
see.
drawbridge instead of a table and corner.
Well, you know what they say about irony. I suppose
yeah.
it would be rude of me to take a biased stance towards members of my own organization, especially because I have not heard both sides of the story. And he starts writing something down in his ledger. He finishes and kind of looks back up, and he says, "Very well. Moving on, the next interaction that our organizations have had, a woman named Kella Darkhope. She was a member of our organization. She actually arrived in Nightstone about a week before Zulkheim did. And she showed up in Waterdeep in jail. And unfortunately, she claims that you captured her, tied her up, left her in a cellar for 2 days, and then dragged her to Waterdeep and tossed her to the guards once you found out that she was worth no bounty. Do you have anything to say about this?
She tried to kill
Gilbert
us.
She did try
opens
to
up
kill
his
us.
ledger, starts looking around. Let's see.
Did we?
Should have taken notes on the spreadsheet.
Did we actually not get any bounty from her?
No,
No,
we
no,
didn't
no,
get
no,
anything.
you didn't?
Yeah, remember we walked around everywhere, dude.
I could have sworn we got a bounty on her.
No. I'm sorry. What's the question?
Well, let me just say this. We put her in a cellar to go rescue the other townsfolk. We had every intention of coming back and getting her. We weren't going to
And
keep
what?
her
You
there.
didn't trust
did.
her?
Well,
Oh,
it is
no,
not that we.
at all.
Yeah, okay. One, she lied to us from the very beginning.
Yes.
She
said it was
almost
a month.
attacked us, which we managed to, talk it out like we are doing now. And when we did lock her in the basement, she ended up, when we got back to her, untied. So that is literally the exact reason why we locked her in the basement. Because
Yes,
she
I
could get
do
herself
think
out.
that sounds a lot like Kella.
And I think she stabbed one of us too.
She tried to attack me with a knife.
I'm not entirely surprised by these turns of events. Kella was always rather upset. Thankfully, we have, shall we say, reacquisitioned her, and let it be known that she is thoroughly being reprimanded for her mistakes. You won't have to worry about her again.
All right. It's good to hear.
No complaints.
Next, there was an operative up in Luskan.
Yes.
He was an accomplished, shall we say, what's the word? It's when you
Extortionist?
delegator. He was a confident a delegator, and he employed several groups of lowlifes and city scum in order to acquire wealth. He was doing our organization quite a lot of good, but one of his bandit parties, if you would be so crude as to call them that, encountered a group of adventurers that seemed very similar to you.
Okay, well,
He said that 4 of them died in front of his eyes to a purple dwarf in spiritual form, smashing their heads in. And then he said he was tied up and left in a wagon for a week.
He was
Okay,
not
hold on,
left.
hold on.
We were there.
There were lots
was
of
there.
exaggerations in that statement. One,
Dude, I was
bandits, very strong word. Left, we were with him the whole time. Like, literally,
He
we
said
did not
he
leave his-
encountered an adult white dragon.
So did we.
Oh yes, no,
Yep.
that did happen. Yep.
We had to cross a frozen lake. There was a dragon standing on said lake.
I see.
We passed without incident. Don't
And
really
his
know
eyes
how.
kind of like his eyebrow like really like raises. Like it's been slowly raising over the course of your story. And it's just like it's reached its peak, and then he raises both of his eyebrows and looks down and jots something down in his notebook, and he's like, okay.
Well, let it be known that we didn't know that he was working for you. He just said that there was a man. Ooh, the spooky man. We just assumed it was some, like, punk asshole who was strong-arming fucking poor farmers because that man was no bandit.
Yes, I see. Well,
Once we
rest
fig-
assured, you won't be worrying about him anymore. He has been sufficiently dealt with.
Xanthar? Really? Oh, shit, alright. Yeah, we didn't mean to strong-arm him to your business. We just thought it was a man in need of assistance. Once we found out who he was in shit with, we just left it at that.
That is understandable. He did mention that he did not know of the Black Network ties. Again, you won't have to worry about him any longer. Finally, the operative in Luskin encountered you, Igor.
Yep.
He describes you with stunning accuracy, as he
Hard to
talked
miss.
about how you impersonated a Black Ring member,
Yep.
a Black Network member, with a ring you took off of Zolkin.
Yep. This is true.
And
Would you like the ring
upon
back?
attempting to, I would like the ring back.
Yeah, here you go. I
And he
believe
takes
this
it and he puts it into his bag.
This is what I'm saying. As soon as I had this conversation with him and realized who he was working for, I was like, yep, no, there's nothing we can do. Like, we're in too deep. We don't need to be bothering them. And we tried to walk away.
Ian,
I'm not trying to deceive. That was why I did not go to the Leaky Moon.
roll me persuasion.
That was his
Persuasion.
truth.
Hold on. Let me figure out where that ring
Because
is.
you
so I
are
can...
not lying when you say this.
Gold ring. Ah, damn. It has a strange symbol and it's worth 25 gold pieces.
You just gave away 25 gold. Kill him, get it back.
I'm fucking, you know I'm gonna kill him.
Don't.
Never gonna get that million gold now.
Do I have advantage because I'm corroborated with all these people who are agreeing with me? Yep. Totally.
Yeah.
You do not have advantage because he is very doubtful of your cause.
As a 3.
Do you have inspiration, Ian?
I do have inspiration. Oh my god. You gave it to me because of the bear claws.
did.
Bear claws coming in
Yep.
clutch. Let's go. That's another 3.
God damn it.
Yes. God, I love bear claws.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's real good. Oh, I like it. Yeah, and so you tell this story, and he nods his head and kind of writes something down in his notebook. And he's like, "Very well." Moving on, because thankfully nothing too atrocious came out of that interaction. Otherwise, we would have had a bit more to talk about. The leader at Luskan, he is very bold-headed. He sent a group of 6 of our members disguised as guards in order to, he told me, extract justice, whatever the fuck that means. And he said all but one returned after being burnt alive by fireballs, killed by
Yep.
spiritual dwarves,
Yep.
and that he watched his friend get shot in the back of the head with an arrow the size of a tree trunk before he turned and ran.
Sounds about accurate.
Yep. That's
The last surviving member told a interesting story of how they attempted to gather payment from you, and then you attacked them out of nowhere.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
No.
whoa, whoa,
No,
whoa.
My good friend.
Absolutely not.
I seem to
Could you
recall.
tell me what happened?
Yes. We were having a rather diplomatic discussion. You see, we're trying to leave Luskin, so we would not be a bother to the Black Network. Well, you're good company. And these fine folk came over, and they, what was it, Igor? It was something about they were
The inn
looking
room.
for payment for something.
No,
at
they
a
didn't even
inn.
mention payment. They came up to us and said, "You destroyed your room in the inn. You have to come with us." And we said,
That is correct.
"Let's just pay for it. I will hand you gold. We'll be over this. We're so sorry. We're heading out of town."
To which they agreed, verbally at least, but then they accosted us in a rather violent manner, and I believe the exact words were, "The Black Network sends their regards," at which point we assumed all reasonable and legitimate financial transactions were, put on hold, and we engaged in other forms of discourse.
This is mostly due to the fact that they stabbed Gilbert repeatedly.
And it hurt.
It hurt a
really
lot.
did.
I am inclined to agree with you.
Thank you.
That it hurt, or that the whole thing happened?
Gilbert, can you give me an persuasion check?
I would love to.
Since we're
Just so you
corroborating
remember,
this story,
DM, I have negative inspiration anytime you want to use it. I just want you to remember that.
Okay, well, that's good to know. What'd you roll?
I feel like
I did better than Igor. 4.
yes, gamer
Negative
hours.
inspiration mark.
No.
Roll again.
Roll again.
Wait, rolling again?
He's rolling.
Yeah, but you take the lowest number.
You can't
Okay,
crit.
it's still a 4
Damn.
because
Oh,
I
God.
would have gotten a 16 with that other one.
Well, actually, wait a
What
second.
was that,
Does
Joe?
negative
I can't give people
inspiration?
negative inspiration.
Does negative inspiration expressly say that it has to be disadvantage? That the DM
I
gives you
don't think
disadvantage.
negative inspiration expressly says anything. Because
No,
it's
no, no,
not
no. It
real.
doesn't exist. This is just Nathaniel bullying me for my genius.
Pure strategic genius.
I have to restrain Mark, otherwise he'll just
Handicap.
gonna run the session.
The true demon.
Well, a 4 sounds about right. And the what was his name again? I never remember his name.
No Ramos.
Noramos. Oh, creative name. And he kind of nods his head and he writes something else down in his lecture. He's like, "Well, I'm regrettably inclined to believe you." He did not tell the most coherent of stories. And finally, that brings us up to today. We had an operative that was tailing you in the town square just to keep tabs on you. They said they were chased quite dramatically by a giant bird and an angry Goliath for quite some time. They said you tackled her in the town square for no apparent reason. Do you have anything to say about this?
Yeah, dude. So when you have shadowy people in cloaks following you, do you just not wonder, like, what are they doing?
I suppose that's fair.
So obviously, I want some sort of explanation. So you start chasing them back and want some sort of explanation, dude.
I see.
I was there too.
Yeah, dude. My boy Gilbert was here too. She even cried about how bad his textbook was.
Well, she is, in fact, a college student, and she has
You guys
complained
do, like,
about that
interns?
textbook
That's awesome.
multiple times.
The next generation.
Gave
is,
her
like,
a hint.
supporting them.
Well, they're not paid interns.
Hey, John.
Not the-
Why are you like across the room?
I was eating chips and I was picking up from the microphone.
I
Honestly, your
still
comments
hear
on
about
the book hurt more than the daggers.
it. I see which kind of people we're dealing with. And that brings us up to this present moment, right now, today, where we sit in our inn. To recap, the crimes you've committed against the organizations, you've killed our leader and 4 members in Nightstone. You captured Kella Darkhope and tied her up for several days before dropping her off in Waterdeep. You killed 4 members of a bandit group employed by a member in Luskan, and then kidnapped the 5th one and forced him into, shall we say, forced labor for a few minutes. Made him definitely fear for his life. You also killed 5 members of the 6 that were sent to accost you for gold and perhaps repayment of other deeds. This is, well, I understand your story, still a long list of offenses.
Well,
Forgive me if I can't exactly forgive you for all of these. My superiors won't like me if I come back completely empty-handed.
Gold.
You got the ring.
Hold on. You seem to be a very intricate network of people, and I know that our actions are quite dramatic, but I think you might find that we might be quite useful.
How so?
Well, like I said, I used to run with a group of mercenaries, and our prime objective was moving valuable objects from one side of the Troll Claws to the other. So, I'm not sure if you've ever been to the Troll Claws, but it doesn't get its name because of all its beautiful hills and roaring countrysides, no. What I'm saying is, if you have need of some form of transport, armed, protected transport, I could say I'm quite able at it, and based on the combat prowess of my groups, we might be able to assist.
You bring up an interesting point. He kind of looks down at his ledger for a few minutes. And then he gestures over to one of the bandits, this one right here. And the bandit comes up and leans into his ear, or leans up into his mouth, and he kind of whispers something to him. And the bandit kind of like looks at him and is like, but why would we get not? And he kind of grabs him by the collar and drags him back down, and covers his mouth, and continues whispering to his ear for a bit. And then finally, the bandit nods its head and then moves out through the kitchen and disappears. And he leans back and he says, "You're right. If the recent encounters with our organization are anything to go by, you lot would be quite useful as mercenaries. However, the debt that you owe us of several lives, although not all unprovoked, according to you, must still be repaid. I think we can both agree that this is a reasonable expectation, can we not?"
What? How do you want us to repay that debt? Because I just offered to work off said debt.
I think working off said debt would work quite well. We have a package that needs to be moved from here in Neverwinter to Goldenfield.
Let's open up the map.
Oh my god.
God.
Oh my god. That was one of the 3. That was one of the 3. We're hitting all 3, gentlemen.
No,
Wait.
sorry. Tribor is what he says. Not
Oh, we're going to Tribor anyways. We're going to Tribor.
I switched up the locations. He said, I have a
going to-
package that needs to be moved from here to Tribor. The package is rather volatile, and we would appreciate it if it got to Tribor in one piece and without incident. While we could do this on our own, it would be far simpler to have someone who is not quite affiliated with our organization carry out these tasks, shall we say.
What
Just
exactly
Unfortunately,
is
the
this?
eye. Yes?
Just what exactly is this package?
You will find out more. I've sent a member to retrieve information and details
Um,
about this mission. Unfortunately, I can't tell you about the package until you have it in your presence.
makes perfect sense. Before we do this, I assume that this is a deal between us, that we are going to do this for you and to help repay, to get back out of your bad graces. Before we do this and this deal, we do have small amounts of business in the area before we are moving out, and we are actually heading in that direction anyways. So we were just wondering before we do this, are there any peoples, groups, or anything that we should know of that we should not bother?
Well,
Like,
as you can imagine, the law and our organization don't always see eye to eye.
of course.
So it would be best if our conversation here and your actions up until recent are forgotten
Of
for
course.
the time being.
Of course. Makes perfect sense. My question is does the Zenitarium have subsidiaries by different names? Like, specifically, I think it's the Gilded Eyes?
And he kind of flips through his ledger a little bit and he says, well, there are a couple of organizations I'd keep an eye out for.
In a positive
The
sense?
Lord's Alliance
Well,
is not...
it is more of... I understand that there are people who don't like your organization. I'm trying to find out the people that
The
don't
people who
like it.
do?
The people who do that we shouldn't piss off.
Oh, well,
Or does the Zenitarium vary a closed circle?
that list is rather short.
Okay.
I would confirm with people you meet before you attack them whether or not they are part of the Zenitarium. We have many small branches. However, there's one universal code phrase. I will teach you the response to it now, just so we can avoid any unpleasant misunderstandings along the road. They ask, awfully chilly, isn't it? And to which you respond, no, actually, I think it's quite warm. And if they do not respond in that way, or if they do not ask that question, it can be safe to assume that they are not a member of our organization.
Second question.
Yes?
So when we are attacked unprovoked by members of your organization, what is the proper course of action in order to not end up in your bad graces?
Well, it will take time for our messages to spread that we have resolved our discourse. For now, and he calls up another bandit and kind of whispers into his ear a little bit, and that guy disappears throughout the window. He says, when you acquire the package for your journey, we will supply you with memorabilia that will identify you as one of our members should the message not get sent in time.
May I
You will return this memorabilia once you hit Tribor.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure, but we aren't technically members, but more freelancers, right?
You are repaying your debt.
Perfect.
And
I mean,
finally,
in the future,
yes.
should we just lie down and get stabbed? I'm just trying to understand what the proper protocol is.
There should not be any issues in the future.
Well, I think it's quite warm here. Is there
Finally,
anything else we need before we move on?
Well, there is one thing. I'd keep an eye out for those who call themselves... Well, we don't really know. But there's a network of spies, backstabbers, murderers, thieves, atrocious people, really. We don't know what name they go by. They often have strange markings on their persons, writings that make no sense. Sometimes they are driven insane by the time we capture them. If they start spewing nonsense about something akin to purple rocks
About what?
or other things like that, I'd do best to avoid them entirely. They are the most unpleasant of people. And with that, and he kind of closes up his ledger and stomps it down. And he says, "I look forward to doing business with you folks.
Of course.
We will send a messenger to you in about a day's time once the package is ready. We'll supply you with a wagon and 2 horses, and you can be on your way."
What kind of horses?
Well, normally they
War.
be riding horses.
Let's up that to war horses. How much?
Well, war horses are quite expensive.
They are.
For 2 of them, 1,000 gold pieces.
Oh my god, what are you on? I can find war horses in
I'm a
this town.
businessman. At the end of the day, I still have to make money.
After this business, we have no more business, yes?
That is correct. Once you deliver the asset to Tribor, you can consider yourself free of debt.
If we buy these war horses from you, we will be allowed to keep them once we hit Tribor, yes?
That seems reasonable.
We're not buying 1,000 gold war horses.
A war horse is 400 gold pieces. So he's technically selling them to us for 500. We'd get 2 of them. We'd be able to move for 16 hours a day, which is double the normal amount.
I mean,
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Fair enough. And with that, and he snaps his fingers and kind of, and then you hear a, and the door opens as it was it a push door or pull door?
Who knows? We tried both. Didn't work.
I described it in alarming detail.
Okay, so
the door opens up and he says, "You are free to go."
Just so you know, that's business we spoke of. We will be heading out of town for a few days, and then, well, we need to head up.
I would suggest not leaving town until you've acquired the asset. Once you have acquired it and you are ready to go, you are free to take small detours along the path as long as you reach Tribor in a reasonable hour.
Well, here's the thing that I'm curious about, because we would be heading in the opposite direction of Tribor and then cutting back through Waterdeep. Or Neverwinter, wherever we are. Like, we are literally, it's like a day's journey. We have to head to Helmshold and then just head back. Like, we just need to go talk to someone at Helmshold.
There is a road that you can go down Helmshold and up to Tribor.
Oh.
Like, that is a path you can do.
Oh, like,
it's not the path you wrote, because you originally planned to go up to Nuskan.
Like right
but
here?
Yeah, no, there.
Like right there? Through that?
It's like, I think it's like around there, right?
Right there. All right. Okay, then we can do that. That makes sense.
But, and he looks at your map and he points that out. And you can look at the bigger Storm King's Thunder map, wherever that is.
We don't have access to it. This is good for
We
him.
don't have access to it. But yeah. And he says, "Well, gentlemen, it's a pleasure doing business with you.
Oh, quite.
I hope I don't have to see you ever again."
Same.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Same.
And with that, he gestures to the door and kind of sits down and reaches into his bag and starts fiddling around with stuff.
Okay. Let's head on out. I think that went well. All things considered.
Well, we didn't die.
We are
That's good.
very much still alive. This is true.
All right. You have successfully navigated that social encounter. Congratulations.
Level 8.
Level?
Level 10.
Not Sutao too.
He's catching on. Okay. What do we need to do in here for Neverwinter? We need to talk to that gnomish lady. If I get her name.
Yes.
Yeah, John, you're level 5.
Halfling woman, not gnomish. Ethica. Talk to her about that. Okay, so I don't think that traveling on foot this entire way is a good idea. So I would suggest that we either splurge and buy ourselves a handful of horses, or we buy ourselves a nice wagon and some nice war horses. And I am perfectly capable of moving us just night and day, nonstop.
He did mention that he was going to give you a wagon and upsell you on more horses. So that's a thing to keep in mind.
So,
And
would we be able to find horses in Neverwinter for cheaper?
Probably
Probably not.
I mean, you might be able to find war horses for 400 gold. You probably would be able to.
But we don't.
You can.
If we're going to buy the horses, we should probably buy them from him before, so we don't piss him off. I'm sorry, but I might have talked us into that corner. Gilbert, what do you think?
I think we just had to leave a cart and horses behind due to our adventures, and frankly, I foresee that happening again, so I don't quite think it's worth the expense of investing heavily in means of ground-based transportation.
Well, let us think on... I need to go to the bathroom, so can we take like a 20-second break while we walk over to the Black Hammer Forgery?
Yes, I think that's fine.
All right. Be right back. I'm sorry, I have to pee.
I need to get water, so.
I'd like to go
Right.
to that bakery.
Yes, John.
How much is an owlbear claw?
That would be 1 silver piece.
Silver piece? Alright, sure, done.
Perfect.
That was a miscarriage of justice. We've done nothing wrong. And frankly, I'm outraged.
I was curious how you guys would handle being told so blatantly that your stories were not correct.
We weren't told
Or
that.
that-
We were just told he didn't care.
Yeah.
Or that his version of the events didn't line up with yours. Because that's difficult to pull off in a D&D setting, because like, yeah, it was 9 sessions ago. That was like 9 weeks ago. For your characters, it was like a month and a half ago, whatever. And you're living the moment, so it's a little harder to be entirely sure of your details and resources. Repaired their what's repaired your relationship?
Did we? Nice.
Well, that you know of.
Yeah, they may think that I still want to murder them all in their sleep in the fiery inferno.
You just think because you didn't cast Fireball that justice wasn't served? Oh my god, your silence affirms it.
Yep.
Frankly, whenever any of my enemies can count themselves firmly in the column of alive, I consider it a personal failing.
A personal failing. I love you, Mark. Have I ever
Also-
told you that?
What do the people who live in Colorado want for dinner?
I was thinking of making like ravioli at 8 or something like that.
Ugh.
That works.
Sorry.
Simply because Tyler's coming over at like 8:30 or 9 or whatever. That works out for me. We have snacks until we can tide ourselves over. So, Dylan, you back?
Yeah.
Okay. You go back to the Black Hammer, and I don't have an item card for you because it's actually a custom item, but I will detail that out for you. Typed it out somewhere. There's too many memes here. Rinlo. That's I believe. Whoops. Oh, and then I've got to type in my flavor text. Give me a second. I wrote it down in person.
You fool. God, imagine not scanning all your handwritten notes into PDF so you can give them out to your players.
Yeah.
Fool. Foolish boy.
All right. I'll pin it.
All right, what is this?
Rajalam.
So, you rock up to it. Did someone knock on our door?
Rinlom. Rinlom plate armor.
Excuse me, I'm here to pick up some armor.
That was quick.
2,000 gold pieces.
I'm actually kind of curious.
You said this was 2,000 gold pieces. Damn, that's a sexy set of armor. Fuck, that's hot. God, I love being the only strength.
Yeah, no, guys can talk about the armor. We're gonna do a bit of AC removal maintenance, and we'll get back to you. I did warn Ian about this.
Yeah.
We'll
feel
we'll
like
see how
I
long
heard
Wait,
this.
AC removal, but I thought the plate armor gave +1.
So, okay. Okay. You cannot do things like that, Morag. John, how did you lose a silver piece? John? Okay, I'm gonna
He bought a bear claw.
You bought a bear claw. So I'm gonna
Yes, what you
do
were
so it'll be a 22.9. 72 2.9. We'll see. Yeah.
Get rid of SP.
Yeah. I'm just trying to make sure I don't fucking do this right. Okay, so one, that's a lot of gold. And you know me not having any gold in my share. Igor share 0. Yeah.
Yes. We may want to bolster funds and then.
Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna do.
Are we coming back here?
That's really good armor. That's really good armor. And it's pissing me off because I can't afford it. I'm poor. Bolstering funds makes sense.
Oh, I thought we had like 6,000 gold pieces.
I moved the 1,800 gold piece of diamonds out of that, so we don't think we can sell those.
That is a good point.
And we're not selling the mammoth horn.
It is labeled no way we're selling
How
this.
about we trade it for the orb of time?
The orb of time. Do you think? Do you think we could? Okay. Does anyone have a high enough deception skill that we could trade
No.
the mysterious
No,
orb?
none of us do. Any of us have a positive deception skill? Maybe Chonk. Maybe Chonk does.
Deception. I have a no -1.
Jesus.
Yeah. We're not a charismatic party.
I love it. I do appreciate the fact that you rolled with disadvantage, but
Yes.
I rolled with advantage and I got a 3 both times. That was good. That was real good.
So you enjoyed your movie viewing experience today, Ian?
No. It was just a bad movie. Like, I'm just really disappointed.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
It's for 2,000 gold pieces. Do you want to? That's an idea. Pay for half of it now, so that if we do come back, we can pay the other half. Because I know dropping 2,000 gold out of this right now would be awful, and the fact that I have no gold. I don't want to sell the Loop of Cold Season. Do I have what valuables do I have on my person? I have a nice winter coat, a holy symbol of Asmodeus, a couple lucky charms, a flying snake tied in a knot. How much do you think the flying snake?
Do we still have that?
Of course, I still have that.
Just using it as a belt?
No, he's hanging off my belt. Like he's tied in like a real big.
The
What's that?
frickin' Black Network didn't notice?
No, God, no. I really don't want Nathaniel to hear that I still have it, because then he'll start saying things. Because then he'll be like, oh. Because honestly, you untie it, you give it a little healing spell. He'll be right as rain, honestly. What's that fancy knot in Greek mythology?
The, what is it, Gordian knot?
I think it's
Gordian knot, I think.
Yeah, the Gordian knot. Turn him, Danny.
Bum, 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 bum.
Dylan, what do you think about horses?
What do I think about horses? Do you specifically mean war horses?
I do specifically mean war horses. Because if I get war horses, I can push our cart for 16 hours a day, which would be double what we're normally doing.
I feel like we're just choosing between your armor or horses, though.
Honestly, God, I have so many expenses. God, I suck. I'm the worst. Fuck me. But honestly, the horses are a group expense, honestly. Because it'll cut travel times in half.
In half is pretty good.
It's a lot. Movement, let's see. Because speed, travel pace, force march. Travel pace assumes the character only travels for 8 hours in a day. So at normal speed, instead of traveling however many hours in a day, well, bing, bing, bing. A fresh mounts are available every 8 to 10 miles. You should cover large distances at this pace, but it's rare. Carriages and wagons. Pace. Special types of movement. Honestly, if we don't buy the horses, I'm just gonna have to rework my entire character background is the thing. Because I talked to Nathaniel about it.
I mean,
Or I could just keep it and say fuck it, whatever.
we head to Helm's Hold. I don't even know what we have to do there anymore. That was a while ago. But
We should to Danaka Zarn, a knight. I don't remember why we're talking to her.
We are talking to her because
Someone asked us to.
Knight of the Order of the Gauntlet joins Splitter Group, Order of the Gilded Eye, which specializes in demons, taken root in monastery south of Neverwinter. Worried inquisitors have taken to extremes.
So we're just that's pretty much what I have, but is there a reason we're talking to her? Are we saying hey, don't be so extreme, or
I can't remember if it was supposed to be just a talk and report or a talk, assess, and fireball.
Honestly, everything ends in fireball with us.
I mean,
That's okay.
it usually, yeah.
Let's see how long it takes.
So we go there. We go to Tribor. We go back down to Nightstone, and we get lots of money.
Get lots of money. Holy shit! Think of all the money we could get.
Whoa. We're back.
And then we're gonna go buy armor.
Yeah. Okay.
And horses.
My father forgot to bring the right bits, and so he had to go by Home Depot. And so we put a window over the hole in our window, or a blanket over the hole in our window.
Let it be known.
So while we were gone, have you three decided on anything?
We decided that I am the money sink in the party.
Okay, that sounds good.
It's about it.
Yeah. So it
God, I'm an
it's a
expensive
+2
friend.
strength for the user and +1 AC.
We don't have enough funds.
20?
You don't have enough funds. Right, because it's what did I say? 2,000 gold
2,000
pieces for forged. Yeah.
And
If
it
they'll
takes
pitch
how many
in-
weeks? How many weeks?
2,000 makes it 2 to 3 weeks.
so could we do 800 to 1,000 for horses, and then pay, say, 1,000 now so the armor starts getting constructed? We go oot and a boot, since we have to return anyway to pick it up. We can make some more money, and then pay the other 1,000.
Mark,
Make 1,000
you
gold
make my
pieces.
heart so warm. I love you so much.
So, the halfling woman is sitting there at the counter, and she brings you the the schematic back.
You already
and,
brought up the Scottish guys.
no, the halflings isn't Scottish.
Never mind, we're not buying.
No, and she puts the schematic down, and then she puts a post-it note essentially on top, detailing in character what you have read out of character. She says, "It's a beaut. It's what it is, but like I said, it'll take a while to forge."
To clarify, does it raise your strength score above 20?
It raises your strength score by 2, no matter what it is.
Sweet. Okay.
It's also plate armor.
Yeah.
Well, you willing to fund my hard work, or are we letting this go?
I'm not leading the conversation.
1,000 now, 1,000 later.
1,000 now,
Yes.
1,000 later. Normally we take all of our money up front. After all, you can't exactly give someone a first draft of a blacksmithing project. That's not quite how it works. And the way we forge all of our equipment, if we took 1,000 golds, we could end up forging something that the person doesn't have the money to pay for once it's finished. And then we're left with a suit of armor that we might not be able to resell, especially if we're fitting this to someone in particular. Which,
have money.
with a suit of armor like this... Chonk, roll me a persuasion check.
You know, I'm glad you asked because I have +6 in persuasion.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, defender
Fuck,
of the
I'm mad.
Theater? What the heck?
Whoa!
Close all of our doors, windows
you.
leaking heat.
God, I'm just mad. I'm mad.
Chonk,
That's
what did you roll?
21, baby.
Did you roll a d20?
I did roll a d20, yeah.
Okay, there you go.
15 plus 6.
15 plus 6,
How the
21.
fuck would you roll a
Okay.
15 on
You rolled a
besides a
d4. All right. With a 21, she kind of looks at you and is like, again, I believe you are well funded. And she kind of looks around, and especially at because some of you are wearing diamonds on your person, right?
Yes, we are.
Did we do that?
And she kind of looks at those. I don't know if you did, but it's canon now.
All right, everyone take
Everyone
300
have
gold piece
one.
diamonds on your necklace. Add it to your equipment.
Captain.
And
Add to your other
she's like,
possessions.
I believe you are well funded. However, it's against company policy, and frankly, if I did it for you, who's to say that someone else wouldn't demand it done for them as well? I'm not sure I could take half up front.
3/4 up front.
No.
5/8.
Decent fractions here, Tom.
That's less than 3/4.
But you would agree that this is a special suit of armor? Yes.
I've never seen anything quite like it, yeah.
So, I mean, to a certain extent, wouldn't you be able to, say, copy the plans and keep them for yourself so you make more and sell them to more people?
Well, if you let me keep the schematics.
Oh, you can copy them.
That's the thing with these magical
You can,
ones.
okay, depending on what you can offer us, you might be able to keep it.
Let's see. If you let me keep the schematics, you have to understand I am a businesswoman.
At that point,
There
you
is
should be paying us.
competition. There's a competition
And
to
being
the
the,
forges in this marketplace.
being the
Yeah.
only person that's able to craft this armor, because Thwip, I don't think Thwip had another copy of this.
It would
No,
be quite
most
problematic
eccentric.
if some of your competitors were to be the ones to acquire the schematics instead of you.
Mark,
Yes.
out of character, are you threatening this woman?
It's not a threat. It is merely a thing of like, hey,
And her eyes
if
go
he doesn't
wide.
take it, we can go to someone else. It's
And
like
she looks at
consider
you,
herself
Gilbert.
as a businesswoman.
And she just kind of looks at you and then narrows her eyes a bit. Is like, are you threatening me?
Not at all.
I see.
Really, it's business, as you said.
Look,
I legitimately think you can come out on top of this, or you would.
If you let me keep the original schematics, and you give me 2.5 to 3 weeks to forge the suit of armor, I will let you pay me 1,000 gold up front. And when the armor is done, you can come collect it for another 1,000 gold.
Huddle, huddle, huddle.
Wait, okay.
For another
That's-
1,000
no,
gold. No, I think I'm perfectly okay with this. If everyone else is, because we're not going to make a second set. I don't think we're going to need to make a second set.
No,
Right. But my contention is...
Chonk, what are you trying to say?
So my contention is, if we let her keep the schematic, depending on what that will give us, instead of paying like half now, half up front, if we just pay all of it if we pay all of it up front, given the potentially reduced price of the armor, given that we sell her the schematic, we might be able to afford it.
Oh,
so we need to ask.
Sell her
That's
the
a
schematic.
fantastic question. Chunk, why didn't you
so
ask the
we
nice
need
lady?
Oh God.
Good luck.
How
God
do
bless.
I come? How do I come?
Sell now? How much? Paper. Now.
What?
To translate for our dear friend here, so dude, if we were to sell it right now along with the schematics, how much would you want?
Well, the schematics are quite useful.
Yeah.
I'd probably purchase them for around 250 to 500 gold. But
500.
that would not exempt you from my rules of paying full price up front, unlike a different strategy.
Here's an idea, and I'm talking to group. Honestly, just turn this down if you don't want. 1650 now, and the schematic.
1650 sounds reasonable.
1650 now in the schematic.
Well, she said she'd potentially say it's worth 500. Why don't we give her 1,500 gold and 500 of this?
You drive a hard bargain.
Oh, she heard that.
Oh, was I not supposed to hear that?
Nope, it's too late. You heard it.
We huddled under the table and now we're back up. Come on.
What is your proposition?
Now?
I think, like the big man said, schematic and gold now. Paying later. Pick up armor later.
1,500 gold in the schematic, and I'll have it done in 2 weeks.
Alrighty. So.
Okay, so we have 5 people.
Here's a question. A lot of our gold is in physical objects.
Yeah. I think we have enough in like physical gold to pay for it right now.
We do. It's just in your personal accounts.
I don't care about my personal account.
That's fine.
Honestly, neither do I.
Drain the money.
Okay.
Consume funds.
So who's gonna... I don't want to start touching other people's accounts, so you guys figure out how you're going to split it from personal accounts. Do we want to get rid of the personal accounts? So that I don't feel bad about spending all the group's gold?
Oh, no, I still want you to feel bad. I'm just willing to do it.
You son of a bitch.
That's a thing we could do.
Let's see.
Here's what I would think to do. Everyone add just like a large chunk of gold to your personal character sheet, and then any gold that's in the sheet that hits this area is party funds.
How about what we do? That's a thing we could do. Or we could just keep it all as party funds as gold. We keep track of our own personal expenses like on this sheet, so we can kind of see if someone's being a little too
Fine. Hold on. Let me figure this out. If I remember correctly, it was minus, I think I was at, how much was it for +1ing weapons? Was it 500 gold pieces each?
500 gold pieces.
Just like that, and with the increase of that, You win, Mark Lang. You win.
Jesus.
What is happening on this
Buddy.
spreadsheet?
Ian Ford
Igor's
has purchased for Igor $1,500 worth of plate mail, 1,000 gold pieces worth of +1ing weapons, and then 1,500 in
Minus 4,000.
and then after the armor it'll be at -4,000.
Oh,
Amazing.
that's all right. Break.
Right?
Wait,
Okay,
wait.
let's do the spreadsheet then.
Okay, I'm gonna move that 4,000 over here so it's not there. So I can feel
Okay.
bad about it.
So honestly, like I have nothing I can really spend my money on. I don't care.
You can buy scrolls and potions and shit, my guy.
I have potions, I think. I
Um,
think I have.
Go.
I think I have potions. I have some potions.
I just love spending money. Oh, it's so great.
Like the only
No, like,
thing I
keeping
could
track of
possibly
stuff.
do, the only thing I could possibly do is like +1 my shield or something.
So I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna drop it right here. Igor's shame, and then put a -4,000 in it.
We haven't spent the 2,000 just yet.
We haven't spent the 1,500 yet that we're gonna do. So I'm gonna delete that. Are we gonna consolidate everyone's gold, and then are we doing that?
I'm going to take a picture in case anyone turns out said they didn't want to do this.
Or what we could do is we could have no, you just take a picture of it. Igor's shame. That's my shame. Everyone can track their own shame. Ding.
Shame.
What else? Also,
Okay.
once I pick up this armor, I'm probably gonna sell my plate. I'm gonna sell the plate armor I'm wearing, and that's gonna be worth probably around $1,000.
Probably sell it to the smith we're buying armor from.
I'd rather sell the armor I'm wearing when I pick up my new armor.
My yeah. Right, we're not getting it right now. That's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's huge. Because a +1 to AC, massive. I'm gonna have an AC of 20, and I don't think he realizes that yet.
God, it's red-handed doom all over again.
Who ended up with that cloak of protection? Because I got hella attunement slots.
I have a cloak of protection.
You got? I
You
thought we gave it
see-
to Chonk.
No.
No.
I was kind of thinking
Oh, yeah.
it should go. Everyone else said no, Gilbert, you should have it. So I was like,
Honestly, you're the bigger
Okay.
target. Chonk's
Yeah.
far away. He's quite large, yet somehow not targeted.
Because he's very far away.
Mark, are you gonna consolidate all the gold, or
is there an easy Excel way to do this?
we literally could do?
Take
Hold on.
a
Dot consolidate.
No, hold up.
Can
I'll
you
figure
do
this out.
a 5
Equals-
through 8?
Yeah. A
Oh, yeah, that's a
equals
good way of doing it.
A5 plus.
Excel is the best programming language.
Oh, god damn it. A5 plus that equal. Oh, no. Enter. So that's 2,500 gold pieces. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Shift, like that. Go delete. Oh shit! I forgot to write that down. Shut up! We're gonna write that down. 2537.9. Put this. Right. Nope, I keep doing that because it's not control. It's shift. Go delete. And we're gonna delete that.
All our money.
No.
And we even have enough to get the horses as well.
Yeah.
We do. I'm not lying.
Enter. Copy.
Can I ask someone a question really quick on Foundry?
Yeah.
So,
Whoa! What just happened?
Yeah.
Oh, Chad went live.
Watch stream.
What's wrong with this macro? Like, I get errors.
Oh, Dylan's the macro guy.
Oh boy.
God.
Here comes
No.
Dylan the Burge coming in hot. Gold pieces.
Like, I legitimately, like, it works fine in chat. Like,
Paste. Enter.
What's wrong with this macro?
I can't remember how I did it.
Sutav's currently entertaining my dad, so
Yeah, I can hear it. It's kind of funny.
it's great.
If you have your character sheet made, I think you can just drag your attacks into a macro.
interesting. So, okay, I gotta say about it.
See ya.
Bye, Mr. Mick.
Okay, so we decided to just consolidate group funds.
Yes, group funds were
Yes.
consolidated. If you have a problem with it, we can fix it and put it back.
I mean, yeah, I guess we're all communists here.
No, like seriously, if you got a problem, I'll gladly fucking control Z
No,
back to 7.
no.
Yeah, we have the historical ledger as well.
So we have not removed the 150 gold yet.
Go to inventory.
Are we doing it? Does anyone?
You don't have weapons.
I see.
Some.
Well, how much would you be able to get for the plate mail? Out of
Plate mail.
curiosity.
Plate mail. It has a market value of 1,500 gold pieces.
No, like the one that you're wearing right now.
1,500 gold pieces. Selling
Things
it
tend to sell for half price.
tends to sell half price. Yeah, we'll probably be able, but we might be able to sweet talk her if we, you know. Oh, hold on. The transaction has officially gone through. Goodbye. Schematic for
By the
Rinlom
bank.
armor gone.
Ranjalama.
I want Nathaniel an official pronunciation from Nathaniel
An official pronunciation of what?
of the armor's name.
Rigmarole.
Rinlosium.
Rinlosium.
Yeah, it checks out.
Rinlosium. Yeah, Rinlosium.
Okay, and so what did you decide to do about your funds in the armor?
We gave her the schematic and 1,500 gold pieces.
Okay, sounds good. Who's that? Why are you rolling for spirit damage?
No.
Oh, you're doing macros. Okay, I was really nervous for a minute there. I was just like, yeah,
We
no,
don't
the,
intend to leave the 1,500 here.
yeah, we gave it to her and we're taking it back. I'm really very glad that while Chonk is a rogue, is not a typical rogue in the sense that Sutao isn't asking me to pickpocket every NPC.
Oh,
He's just trying to fucking get him naked.
That's true.
All right,
Wait,
so
but I don't have any sleight of hand. Oh shit.
no, that's what happens. You don't make a dex-based rogue.
Who doesn't make a dex-based rogue? Come on, Zuko.
Sutao rolling strength for his bow.
See, here's the thing.
and
If you're gonna
using
do a,
sneak attack die.
if you're gonna do the strength-based rogue, you gotta multi-class into barbarian.
Oh, yeah. Oh, get Tavern Brawler too.
Gang.
Wait, does rage affect?
No.
What does rage do again?
Rage gives you advantage on athletics checks. So if you wanted to grapple people and you had expertise in grappling, you would have like +8 with advantage. And then when you grapple people, you have advantage on attacks against them if you have the Tavern Brawler feat. So you can then stab them with a dagger
Hey, Mark.
over and over
Are
again.
you missing out on the fact that you can recklessly attack?
Oh, there's that too.
Honestly, well, here's the thing. Since he's using a strength-based bow, I think you might be able to recklessly attack with that bow.
With the bow. All right,
Yeah,
we can
if
talk
it's-
Get
about,
into that later.
talk about
We
the
are getting
nuances
into
of
it
the-
now. You guys worry not about what I'm doing.
Okay, so
Melee weapon attack, no.
Sad.
listen, the bow it fires melee weapons, right? So it's counter.
Sure is melee when it hits them.
Some javelins.
I mean, that's all his arrows are javelins with feathers at the end of them.
It's not even like a well-done feather. It's literally just a feather, just with a little
It's
pine
just
tar.
one feather. Hey, that's what the Native Americans did. It was a single feather on some of their bows, and they like tied it with a
Feather
string.
the bow.
So, with that, I think you guys are done in the town, unless you want to liquidate some of your assets.
Oh.
Do we want to
We
liquidate
did that
assets?
already.
We
Oh,
have
we have
Liquidate
7
them into the form of a
sculptures.
horse.
we have the loop of cold season. The only things that we have right now are that we could sell. The loop of cold season, our mammoth horn, which why the fuck would we ever get rid of the mammoth horn? And a giant gemstone that is 6 by 6 inches, which I don't remember where we got.
I don't remember where that's from.
I remember it was
sell the
special.
Sculptures?
What'd you say?
Can we sell the sculptures? Are they worth anything?
What sculptures? No, the sculptures were not. They were luck charms.
Yep.
Along with the giant spoons.
So we can't sell those?
We could try, but we're probably gonna get like a couple silver pieces for it at most.
God damn it.
I don't want to sell the Loop of Cold Season. The
We're
dragon
not-
looked at it. I think it's lore.
We're definitely not selling the loop of cold season.
And just check. We all do have a 300 gold piece diamond necklace.
Yes.
We put it in the thing. It's
Okay,
written
so
in the
I'll-
ledger in case someone forgot to add it to theirs.
I'll add it to mine.
And as they get used, we will take them off. Who circled the ocean? I don't remember this circle being here. Has this circle always been here?
That circle was that was for the where the dancing wave was last spotted, or the moon maiden, one of the two. Whoever
Interesting.
Rex was.
All right. Do we have anything else worth getting? Worth doing?
Horses.
Well, the horses we're gonna get from our boy, so that he doesn't
Oh.
get mad at us for buying external horses.
God, you guys remember when Sutao told me in the house? Because you guys weren't there, but Sutao looked at me and he said, Nathaniel, can we stop fighting frost giants? And then the passage that I'm reading in the book that says Helm's Hold suggested encounter suggests 1 to 4 frost giants.
What?
Let's fight them. Let's fight them.
Helm's Hold. I think we're gonna head to Helm's Hold.
We should
Right,
probably
'cause
head
that's
to
where you're
Helm's Hold. Yes.
Yeah, okay. So you guys
We're
blah
gonna-
blah blah. You get the Holmes. You're going to Holmes Home.
Do we pick up our package? Hold up. No. We need to pick up our package first.
Oh,
Oh, right.
asset. Right. Well, that's available tomorrow morning.
So we're gonna wait until
you
tomorrow
can-
morning.
Yeah, you can wait until
Oh
tomorrow morning.
boy, what inn are we staying at?
We're staying at the Leaky Moon, baby.
Damn right we are.
Nathaniel,
Yes, John.
what kind of poisons are there, if I may ask?
Ooh, so you want to spend the day shopping?
If that's okay.
What are you looking for, John?
I was hoping for blow dart, and with some darts in it, and poison. And I
Blow dart
have
with some darts in it and
proficiency in an herbalism kit, which does give me the ability. It's not the poisoner's kit like Suto has, but it does give me the ability to combine ingredients and stuff with it as well.
Wait, can I make poisons for John? Does that?
John, that blowgun will be 10 gold pieces.
10 gold pieces.
Is a blowgun
And
really
it comes
10
with
gold pieces?
20 darts in it. Well,
Oh.
in it, on it. You can look up a blowgun for the details about its damage and range.
Okay.
It does 1 piercing damage.
Wait. Okay. Lore wise, Chad, do you have lips?
Dude, what?
It's got a beak. Right, do you have a beak or do you have a human face?
He's got a beak.
I imagined it as like
It's a
the
beak.
bird people from Zelda. Is
Yeah.
how I,
Yeah,
but minus
that's how I
the
imagined
arm
it too.
wings and more of like wings on their back.
Yeah, wings on back, and I have actual arms, because then climbing would be rather difficult.
But the important part is,
Why do you need to climb? You
have
can
lips?
fly.
And it was only before I reached level 5.
No, John doesn't have lips, but he will still be able to use a blowgun. It's monk's proficiency.
Okay, all right.
It does not.
So you know, like the
state.
2 nose holes you have on the end of a beak, he shoves it up one of those.
So he's
The
just like a-
blowgun. The blowgun
It's
should
just-
definitely have the special property. If you don't have lips, you can't use it. Honestly.
I mean, that's DM's rule on that, and he said I could, so that's all I've...
Yeah, and so you can buy poison, a vial of poison to coat your blowgun things. Depends on how many you want to coat. Do you want to coat 10 or 20? In terms of like the volume of poison you're buying.
20. I mean, how strong is the poison?
Well, it inflicts the poisoned status effect, and then a creature hit by a poisoned weapon or ammunition must make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw or take 1d4 poison damage.
That's so sad.
Being
Yeah,
poisoned is
it's
kind of a big deal, though.
What does it do outside of the, like... DC
Poisoned
of 10?
is... Being poisoned is disadvantage on
Disadvantage on-
attack rolls, ability checks, or is it saving throws?
It's not saving throws, it's attack and abilities, I think.
Attack rolls and ability checks. Yep. I checked the
Okay.
abilities condition, the condition tabs in D&D
In a
Beyond.
larger town, would it be possible to get stronger poisons, or does that get into black market crap?
Stronger poisons get into black market crap. You're looking at like the most powerful rat poisoning you can get, and maybe some stuff built for like big beasts. Right, is the kind of poisons you're looking at. There would be, if you were looking for explicitly stronger poisons, you could find one for 1d6. So a poison vial, would be about.
I mainly want a higher DC. I don't even care about the damage necessarily.
Well,
There's a list of poisons in the DMG.
yeah, I would say
Sure,
so. It's
I'll
100
do
gold pieces for a basic poison vial, which you could use to coat all 20 of your darts if you wanted to. And then I will say for 200 gold pieces, you could bring the DC up to. I'll make it 15. It still takes 1d4 poison damage though.
So that is 210 gold pieces, technically, if I were to go through this action.
Mhm.
So, guys, I started like looking up this poison stuff, and I was just wondering if you could fund my ventures.
Absolutely not.
Do we have any schematics we can trade?
How much?
Well-
How much do you need?
So like to get like crappy poison is like 100 gold pieces, and like
Wait.
better poison's like 200 gold pieces.
Okay, Nathaniel.
What are you
Yes.
buying?
Okay, so how many poisons vials can I make with one poison ingredient?
With the poisoner's kit, I believe you make one poisoning vial. That's I think how it works.
Okay, how many vials of poison would it take to coat 20 arrows?
I think 2 is
Well,
what that
for okay, so if it was blowgun darts, it would be one vial for all 20. But because your arrows are huge, it's like 1 for 10. Probably.
Isn't the rules for crafting things that usually it's like half the gold price value in ingredients to make it?
So the poisoner's kit is worth 50 gold pieces.
Yeah, but
and
you
a vial
need
of poison is 100 gold, so it would be 50 gold pieces to make one
yeah,
vial.
but,
But
I
no.
already have.
no with the poison. Correct me if I'm wrong, but my understanding is, if you have a poisoner's kit, you can spend 50 gold pieces to buy ingredients to make a poison vial that's 100 gold pieces.
Yes,
I
that is correct.
Okay.
Let's just buy ingredients then.
Yeah.
Dude, that works for me.
Well, yeah, so I already have 2 poison ingredients and a poisoner's kit, so I can make 2 vials of poison, like free of charge, which I could do
yeah.
that right now.
So
No more ingredients, but 2 vials of poison. Hey, you can fill those 2 empty vials.
yes, 2 empty.
So if we
vials.
want to buy poison ingredients, I can make the poison vials for half price.
I thought you said you already had ingredients.
Yeah, and I just made them into 2 poison vials right now.
In the future.
These are filled with poison. Who has those poison vials?
I do. Currently.
All right. Can I take out 10 gold pieces for the blowgun?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Are we feeling good? Feeling right? It's Saturday night.
Dude, yeah.
I'm ready to cast some spells.
Oh yes.
Are you kidding me? We're not going to be in combat this session.
Of
Are
course
you
not.
kidding me? We're going to an inn. Of course we are.
We have great times it ends. Are we going to an inn?
Yeah, you're going to the league.
Yes.
Before we
wait,
before we go into the inn, who is ordering the room?
I'll do it.
Fuck it, he's taking it. Good luck.
Go chonk.
Theater.
All right. So we're staying at the Leaky Moon.
The Leaky Moon, that's correct.
All right, let's go. Nathaniel, narrate us there.
You're at the leaky
Yeah,
moon.
you get to the moon. Congratulations.
Okay. Big room. 2 gold
Okay.
pieces.
Perfect. The innkeep takes it. You overspent a
wait.
little bit, but that's okay.
1 gold pieces.
No,
Too late.
no. You said
Too
two.
late. It's in the expenses.
Never offer a value.
No, I think that's on point for Chunk.
It's perfect.
And you get a nice big room. Do you want one room or several smaller rooms?
If we
Chunk
get
asked for a big room, but
he asked for
Big room.
If we got one
Okay.
big room, let's do it.
some of you are sleeping on the floor. That kind of sucks.
Yeah, it does. After Chunk is led to his room, I walk up to the barkeep.
Yes.
Or the not the barkeep or the innkeep, whatever it is. I assume they're the same person.
Yeah, no, it's the same person.
No, it's awfully chilly out there. You wouldn't happen to have any extra blankets, would you?
Actually, I think it's quite warm. But yeah, we have a couple of blankets in the back if you want me to grab them.
Oh, thanks. If you could just hand me one, I'd love that.
Sure. And she kind of looks at you funny and then goes back and picks up a blanket and then hands it to you and still kind of looks at you funny. It's like,
All
have
right.
a good night.
I hope you have a safe night. And
Yeah, it's like safe. Yeah,
I don't know.
hope so too.
I've spent late nights at inns. Things get crazy sometimes, you know? I just hope
I'm
you have a nice,
sure.
uneventful night.
Okay.
I'm sorry. This sounds a lot weird. It's genuine.
It does sound quite weird.
I hope you know I'm being genuine. All right. Have a good night.
What the fuck was that
I don't know.
encounter?
Just
Go.
making sure.
You know? Just letting her know.
just
I hope she
making
wants
sure.
to have a good night.
Oh, well, she rolled an 18 on an insight, so she does think you're genuine.
Of course. I'm genuine. I'm just.
Yeah,
waiting
you
to-
get a good night's sleep. You
My
can set
extra
watches
blanket.
if you want.
Are we taking watches?
No.
Well, the message might not have gotten out.
You know, I'm gonna take the last watch. I don't know if anyone else is taking watch, but the last watch, like the 2 hours before, I'm gonna go to bed early, wake up. Go to bed early, wake up early.
Gilbert and Goddard, number 1.
No, number 1.
All right,
Two.
Gilbert, give me a persuasion check.
Yes.
No, a perception check.
Persuade
That's
God
better.
to not do it.
Let's see. I believe that's going to be a 21.
Oh, Pepe hands. All right, nothing happens. Chonk, give me a perception check.
I thought Trunk was asleep.
13.
Ooh, 13.
Okay.
Nice.
Who's the third?
That'd be me. There's only 3, right?
Oh, there's only 3. Igor, give me a
I'm
perception
not
check.
sure. I can never remember if we're doing 3 or 4. Boom. That's a 6.
That's awkward.
It is. Fantastic.
All right, you awake without issue.
Fantastic. Of course.
That was
Why would
fun.
there be issue? There's no reason for there to be issue.
And you go downstairs.
Of course.
You have a nice breakfast.
And we notice that the inn is more packed than usual.
And the inn is a little more packed than it was last night, but not overly packed. You go to the door.
Should we walk around and say that it's awfully chilly to every single person? God, it's really chilly in here, isn't it, guys?
Awfully chilly.
Woo! I wish it wasn't so chilly in here.
And the patrons kind of look at you funny.
I'm sorry.
Um,
I've got the
and then
body warmth issue. In unison, they respond. I don't actually do that. No, absolutely.
Yeah.
not.
You go to the door. Who's opening the door?
Third time's a
I will
charm,
open the
gentlemen.
door.
Oh, he's doing it. He's taking it.
Chunk, roll me an intelligence check.
Oh, right. I guess I don't know if it's a push or a pull.
Of course you don't. No, Chonk's the person who led us into the inn, so he should know. Let's see if he
That's why he's
remembers.
rolling an intelligence
Let's
check.
see if he remembers.
Can we call this a? Well, I guess a history check wouldn't matter. I don't have anything. I don't have.
Yeah, I don't understand why.
6.
Chunk, it's a pull door. You get it pulled open. Door doesn't open.
Chonk, I think it is a push door.
I pull it again.
No,
Yeah.
no, the push.
You pull it again, and it still doesn't open. At this point, some of the patrons kind of look at you funny.
The other direction.
I try to pull it up.
No, no, no. Out. Push out.
And at this point, Chunk,
Jesus
give
Christ.
me a strength check.
Don't do
Oh
one.
god.
Oh boy. We're gonna be in debt.
God fucking damn it.
18.
I hate you so much.
With an
Oh,
8,
dude.
you rip the door handle, clean off the door.
Jesus fucking Christ, Chonk.
And it wasn't very like sturdily put on, right? Like it was a shoddy door handle in the first place. You just rip it clean off.
It's okay. You don't need the door handle on the inside. It's a push door.
As soon as the door handle breaks off, I would like to just walk straight forward into the door.
Okay.
As if
So,
nothing happened.
Funny thing about the door handle is that when you rip off the door handle, it doesn't open the latch.
I'm sorry, these are latched? I just thought it was a wood door.
No.
Like
It's a door with a handle. If it has a handle, there's a latch. Jesus Christ, people, it's a fucking door. How hard this is this?
We can repel a giant siege, but we can't get through a standard
Oh
door
my
that has
God.
no puzzle attached to it.
Chad just like sees like Chunk rips it off and he kind of looks at the door handle in his hand. Is like, and then Chad walks straight past, boom, smacks into the door.
Jesus Christ, I walk over to the innkeep again. Holy fuck. Here's your blanket back. How much to fix the door?
That'll be 3 gold pieces. Is all we
Jesus.
need. Just please leave.
Honestly, we're trying. Okay. Is there a... The door handle's broken. Do you have a way of opening the door and/or a secondary exit?
Yeah, it breaks off all the time. Here, use this, and she hands you like a metal bar, a thin metal bar.
Okay. So, if I walk over, do I understand how the bar is meant to be used to open the door?
I don't know. Roll me an intelligence check.
Fuck
I
you,
believe
I
you're
hate
supposed to hit it with your battle axe.
I look very confused at the door, and I walk back. How the fuck am I supposed to do this? I rolled a
Here,
3.
I'll
I
I'll
rolled a
show you.
4.
And she grabs it. Why can't I see John rolling dice? It's very frustrating. Oh, he's probably tapping on macros. Never mind. It's probably not.
yeah, I'm just, don't worry about it.
And she takes it and she kind of shimmies it into the door and then pushes the latch and the door just pushes open. She's like, please, don't come again.
God, I hope we never do.
It's
Sorry.
Thank you,
Have a
dude.
good night. It was beautiful. Thanks for the blankets. Fucking Christ.
Have a great rest of your day.
We're
Is that
sleeping
gonna
in
be-
alleyways from here on out.
Oh, God, we
is that
can't
gonna be
take
the
you
bed
guys
in the
anyway.
doors?
Does someone
like
have the
that joke.
pouch of pixie dust in their inventory?
I think the pouch is in the pouch.
The pouch is in
Yeah.
the bag. All right. The wand of fireballs with Gilbert, so I took it out. Okay, gentlemen. I think it is time that we. Where were we supposed to go? No, we were supposed to wait for a courier. Or messenger, or whatever the fuck they called it.
I imagine they can find us. Was there a specific rendezvous point?
Why, yes, we can find you. Hello.
Oh,
And
sweet.
at this, you all turn around, and there's a boy that's probably 10 years old, and he's got a big mop of brown hair on top of his head.
I don't trust boys with moppy hair.
Do I recognize this kid?
No, those were in Luskan,
I
or
know.
Fire Shield, one of the two.
Good.
Not in Neverwinter. And the kid kind of looks up at you guys like, "Hi, it's awfully chilly, isn't it?"
No, I think it's actually quite
No.
warm.
I think it's warm.
Oh, that's good. What does that mean again?
I don't know. I just think it's warm.
Oh,
We've been
well
up.
then, are you guys part of the Black Network?
Did we
I
not
was
say
told to find a bird person and a half orc and an ugly human and a dwarf.
Hold on a second.
No, it's okay. I put the wand back in Gilbert's pocket. Just stop it. It's all right.
It was never taken.
Yeah, I think you found us.
Oh, okay. Well, I have this message. And he holds up a post-it note.
And what is on the post-it note?
Thank
The
you.
post-it note says, "Meet me at the grass stables."
Grass stables. All right.
And it's grass stables are on the other side of town. You saw them walking in.
Great. We head up towards the grass stables.
Can you read?
Yes, I can read.
What does it say?
Well, the message is for us, not for you.
Oh.
is for you, and I give him a gold piece.
No, how
And he takes it.
generous.
And he kind of looks at it, and he looks back at you and says, "Are you God?"
Those are
Yes.
my initials.
Yes.
I love you.
All right, yes, we all love
Go on.
Gilbert. Time to move
Scram.
on.
Okay.
So help me God if your name's Eustace.
Eustace.
Eustace? What do you have against Eustace?
Don't worry about it.
The last time Half-Orc interacted with Eustace did not end well.
Wait, is that the name of the kid?
That I murdered
That
with a
you
single
almost
punch. Yes!
You didn't murder him.
I knocked him unconscious and gave him serious internal
Oh, I
bleeding.
just wrote child. I'll write Eustace.
His name is
Oh
Eustace. man.
God! Oh no!
God, someone get that boy a loot. Let's head to the fucking stables, gentlemen.
Okay, so you go over to the stables, and there in the very back corner of the stables are 2 war horses not tied up to the cart, 2 normal horses tied up to the cart, some dude holding the reins of both, and a nice looking wagon attached to the normal riding horses. And he looks over and he says, "Awfully chilly, ain't it?"
No, I think it's rather warm.
All right,
believe
you don't
it's
have to
quite
fucking-
warm.
we gotta listen. You don't have to make fun of us. Listen, I'm here with the horses, and he gestures to the reins. Boss said you might want to purchase these war horses. They're substantially more powerful than their regular ones. He said you were interested in it.
Yes, we did
now-
want more horsepower.
Dumb joke. 1,000 gold pieces. Going once, going twice.
Hey, Nathaniel, can I sell some of the shit from my inventory? Can I sell some things from my inventory? Because I have just like a lot of crap in my inventory, like just weapons.
Are they on the ledger? I don't see them.
No, like they're in my personal inventory.
Technically, yes.
What are you planning on selling?
I was hoping could sell a handful of hand axes and also if I would see if I could sell my holy symbol of Asmodeus.
Yeah, that'll run you probably a couple of gold pieces.
The holy symbol of Asmodeus is worth 75 gold pieces.
All right, it'll run you 80 gold pieces.
All right, I am going to sell the 75 gold piece thing for 80 gold pieces. Let's add that.
No, with the hand axes.
With the hand axes. Hand axes are 5 apiece.
Yep.
So 4 of them.
No, 5 total.
What?
They're bloodied, worn down.
I take care of my weapons. So 80
from
total?
bandits. 80 total. It's not that you don't, because the hand axes that you have are very nice. It's the hand axes you collect off of dead bodies that are not very nice.
That's stupid.
We're not doing murder hobo in this party, lads. Can't sell shit for NPCs.
Not NPCs. They were vile.
Murdered 4 of them.
We'll take the horses.
Yes.
All right, 1,000 gold. And he holds out his hand.
I hand it over.
God, that
Okay.
feels so
Okay.
bad.
And he
Wow,
kind
we're
of
getting really low.
a rather big bag, and he kind of shakes it up and down a little bit and peeks inside, and he's like, "Well, I'm be off to count these in a minute.
It's all there.
I'm sure, but company policy, that sort of thing. In that case, but here you go," and he hands you the war horses, and he takes his time to unclip the other horses from the wagon. He says, "And I'll be back and after I counted the gold with your asset that you're supposed to deliver." And with this,
Fantastic.
he takes up the bag of gold pieces and he waddles off into the stable doors, closes it behind him. Takes about 15 minutes for him to count the gold pieces.
Good God.
And
It's 1,000.
it is 1,000. And at that point, he opens the door back up and he says, "All right, if you would be so kind as to bring the cart, I'll take you to the asset."
All right, fantastic.
He leads you on a merry stroll out of town, kind of beyond like the edges of the walls towards the farmlands. And they stop by a pretty nondescript looking house, and he knocks on the door and kind of pattern.
Jesus Christ.
Nice.
And the door opens up a crack, and he kind of whispers inside a little bit. The door closes, and he clears his throat again, and kind of just stands there awkwardly. A couple of seconds go by, like a minute goes by. You hear some crashing in the house, like someone knocked a pot over or whatever. And then the door opens up. A big burly half-orc steps out. Probably a little shorter than you, Igor. Around 6 foot tall, probably 6'1". About as muscled though, quite chiseled. A big beard growing on their chin. Fangs that look like they've been sharpened. And completely bald head. And he brings out a large-looking sack. And he puts it onto the back of the wagon, dusts off his hands. He says, "All right, be careful with this one. It's fragile."
Oh, it is quite chilly today, yes?
All right. And with that, he kind of shakes his head a little bit and walks back inside.
Oh, no, hold up.
Yes?
I've done this before, and I have one rule. I don't move anything I don't know what I'm moving. So I just need to understand the basic understanding of what I'm moving for the safety of myself and my people. It's
That bag
between you and me. No
is
one else knows.
tied up. And he points to the bag, and you see it is the top of the bag has been sealed with a rope kind of wrapped 2 or 3 times around.
Yep.
If that rope is tampered with,
Yes.
deal's off.
Okay.
Boss's rules.
No, completely understand. Don't want to touch it. Don't plan on touching it. I just need to know what's in it.
Let's say
You can give me a vague answer. That's perfectly fine. I just need a general understanding of what it is.
a troublesome asset to this organization.
Fantastic.
Is it alive?
Open to interpretation.
Gilbert, stay out of this.
Can we put it in a bag of holding? That's the only thing I want to know for its own safety.
It's a bit big for that.
Oh, I must have missed the description.
Yeah, no, it's like a 6-foot diameter bag.
Understood.
Damn. The opening for the bag of holdings, 5 feet. It's almost like he knew.
Forgot about this.
Ow. Our plan.
And he says, "All right, you best be off now." Yes.
These are trying times. I assume you know that the Giants have been up and about. I have no intention of opening that bag, but we've been encountering lots of trouble on the road. So, just so you know. I know you understand this, but I just want to make sure you know we have no intention of opening the bag.
Igor, roll me perception or deception.
That is a persuasion. It's not
That's
like
a
it
persuasion
matters.
check. All right.
Gosh, I should have said this then.
That's a 7.
God damn it.
Well, he rolled an 8 in insight.
So he
And so he kind of looks at you and he's
that
like,
I am telling the truth.
I understand.
Fantastic. I'm glad I understand how insight rule works, because it always confuses the fuck out of me.
It would be best to avoid complications, however.
We will
Do your
try our
best to make sure it's untampered.
Thank you. Thank you for
All right.
understanding.
Time to go. With that, he gestures to the road and then goes back inside. And then the guy who was with you leading from the stable to the house kind of waves at you and then pops back inside and the door closes.
Adios. These are truly beautiful horses.
I think it's rather warm.
I admire you. I feel like you're just admiring them all the way here.
Oh, you
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
know I gave them a good wipe down before they went on.
Oh yeah, no, it's frankly a little concerning how much attention Igor has paid to the horses as opposed to anything else that has happened on the road.
What? You gave me some nice horses. I have not had good horses in years. Oh,
Are you gonna name them? He did
I
not tell you their
already
name.
have. They're Melody and Elizabeth.
And
Melody.
the cart?
The cart doesn't need a name. If you want to name the cart, feel free.
The cart, our last cart had a name.
Our last cart did have a name, but the horses didn't have a name.
Bertha.
Okay.
Well, this
that's
is a
fair.
different cart. You can't name it the same thing. Jesus
I
Christ.
didn't say I was naming it Bertha. I was just saying it was named Bertha.
All right, so
Um,
with Melody and Elizabetha, that's not how you spell Elizabeth. Melody and Elizabeth pulling the cart, you set off on your journey towards Helm's Hold.
So,
It's like
sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna say, with all the stuff that happened, waiting for the courier, getting the stuff, you had to walk outside the walls, you had to wait for the gold, you sold some stuff.
It's
I
gold?
imagine in the morning while you're waiting for the courier.
Oh my god,
It's
gold.
like afternoon. You could reach Helm's Hold by nightfall. It would be a couple of hours after sunset, and you're not entirely sure what you're expecting there. Helm's Hold is a monastery, but from what you've heard from the Order of the Gauntlet, it's an evil one, or at least a misguided one. So you're not quite sure what sort of welcome you're going to get.
I imagine camping and then arriving in the sunlight would be beneficial.
Camping? Oh, really? Alright. I guess imagine we're right outside Neverwinter. It can't be too dangerous.
Yeah, and you pass like tents on the way here on the side of the road of like other people that made a pit stop right before jumping into Neverwinter.
Fantastic.
Okay. So you pull off on the side of the road, find a nice spot to lay down, and let's roll and find out. Above a 15 means something happens.
I am going to be sleeping in the cart, laying with like my back up against the bag that we're guarding.
Okay. Interestingly enough, when you lay up against the bag, it doesn't feel like it's full of stuff. It feels like it's like, I guess the best way to describe it is like a really hard, long body pillow. It's kind of like what you
hard.
feel.
That sounds suspiciously like a person, you know.
Okay. I take that and I put it in the back of my head. Take a deep breath.
Okay.
Start your first rodeo, Igor. It's alright.
Yes,
I
Gilbert?
want to make something perfectly clear. I am not casting any spells on this. I am just in the area, say within 30 feet of it, casting spells, okay?
Okay.
So I just happen within 30 feet of it to cast Detect Magic as a ritual.
You detect magical traces. What's the rules on detect magic in spell residue?
If there's no, you have to.
Sensing magic in this way, you use your action to see a faint aura around any viable creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn the school of magic, if any.
The
That's up to
bag
you.
is emanating magic of the school of. Do you know the specific spell or just the school?
School.
School.
Cool.
I guess in that direction.
I believe it is a enchantment spell
Oh, good.
that is emanating from the bag.
And then, once again, just happen to cast within 30 feet of this.
Uh-huh.
I cast Detect Thoughts.
How does detect thoughts work?
You can also use this spell to detect the presence of thinking creatures you can't see. When you cast the spell or as your action during the duration, you can search for thoughts within 30 feet of you.
Yeah, so there's an unconscious thinking thing in the bag.
Oh, sweet Jesus. So while the spell's still up, I talk to my good compatriots. So here's the thing. There's an unconscious thinking creature within that bag.
Yes, there is.
Should I try to delve deeper into its mind, or do we not want any part of this?
Absolutely not.
Any other guesses? Any other votes?
Yeah, dude, I think we just gotta let this be. I don't want to be surrounded and wake up in the morning and surrounded by 25 different gang members trying to kill us.
Yeah, I feel like I don't want to mess with them.
Yeah, they made it
could, but I
very
don't.
clear that if that knot comes undone, the deal's off. And
But
I
I
feel
wouldn't be undoing the knot.
I think that if you upset the consciousness of the person within the bag, there's a chance they might panic and try to undo the knot from the inside.
Yeah.
I say we
Yeah, dude.
let it
I don't
lie.
want to mess with whatever magic's keeping them unconscious or whatever, dude.
Poor Gilbert. Poor Mark.
Want to go in the basement?
No basement. No basement, no bag.
Dude, this is an Attack on Titan. Sorry.
Dumb
Okay.
joke that nobody gets.
No, it's Suto? Maybe?
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Oh,
Okay.
One person gets it.
So we're camping. Yes, everyone's okay with
All right.
this.
Watch order and perception checks in order.
I'll go second.
Third.
I'll take third watch as well.
Hey. Hey.
I always take last watch.
Okay, so first was
that's me. Sorry.
Chad.
I've got a jar of dirt. I've got 23.
23. If this rolls above a 17, something happens. It's an 8. All right. The watch passes without issue. You pass it off to
Chonk.
Dude, Chonk, your turn.
Chunk.
Standard
Roll me a perception check.
11.
If this is above a 15, something happens. Okay. Notice these rolls that I've rolled publicly. None of them have been above a 10. It's ridiculous. Sorry, there's one 18 and one 11. All right, Chunk, nothing happens. You pass on your watch without issue.
Last watch. Here we go.
Igor, since you are being helped by Gilbert, or are you not
I
helping
think,
each
I think
other?
we're on watch together. I don't think we're helping each other.
As is Goddard.
Okay. So the two of you roll me separate perception checks then.
18.
16.
If this is above a 17, something happens.
Ooh.
So,
Interestingly enough, that means something happens, just in the other way.
Fantastic.
Give me a second. I need to
open any good sacks lately?
I can't say I have, unfortunately.
Neither.
Gilbert, I know, I understand.
It's on my character sheet. I can't stand mysteries.
I can't tell where Gilbert ends and Mark begins in this. And it's the best
Same
way.
character.
Exactly. That's why I designed the character this way.
the same.
Where are
person.
these rolls? These
Oh, sorry. No, it was a natural one, so something happened on the
Terrifying.
non-material
3d12.
plane.
non-material plane.
Non-material
Those look like giant damage rolls, gentlemen. The
Oh,
fool made them
no.
publicly.
It looks like these giants had big trouble.
Shut up and finish rolling your non-material dice.
You all wake up in the morning, uneventful, as you dust yourselves off and pick yourselves up, pack up your camp and eat some breakfast, and you start on your way towards Helm's Hold. You're pretty close to it. It's about an hour and a half away. Let me get that book for it. Jesus Christ. So, it's a fortified monastery enclosed on all sides by stone walls.
Okay, out of
In the
character,
distance,
does
it's on a gentle hill.
anybody remember why we're here?
Yes.
So no, we had the conversation and we ended up with nothing actually usable. Are we trying to bring her back?
Yeah, so we know that they are joining the Splitter group Order of the Gilded Eye.
They already
And
did.
they're worried about the Inquisitors there that might be taking extreme measures. Were we given further instructions on what to do? Mark doesn't remember. Gilbert definitely does.
The gist of the Order of the Gauntlets night conversation, Mr. Lanavar, or whatever.
Sir Lamar.
The gist of his conversation was try and convince her to come back.
Okay.
And if not, come back and talk to him, I guess. He never really specified the second part.
God, I hope she pays us. I hope she's so grateful that we helped her see the error of her ways that she gives us money. God, wouldn't that be cool? It would.
That'd be fantastic.
All right, people.
So, I'm sorry, Nathaniel, I interrupted you and your explanation.
No, it's I'm reading through the quests right now.
So, it's on a hill or fortified monastery. Do we want to do anything before we go in? Do we want to talk strategery? Do we want to bring her outside the monastery to talk to her? Do you think they'll let us in the monastery? What are we thinking, people?
I'm thinking I steal the wall and sneak into it.
Oh, what the
Oh,
fuck?
dude, what?
Shit. God, why do I ask?
Does sound dangerous.
Why
think we
do we
walk up
give
to the
Chonk
gate.
any freedom?
Why
Someone
do we
put
give
a
him
fucking
anything?
collar on
Walk
him.
up to the
Dude,
gate.
he just wants to go on the roof. Leave him alone.
But I should sneak though, for real though. Like, I should start off like sneaking behind a tree somewhere.
Chonk, with you and your long-range prowess, why don't you hang out inside the cart, make sure no one touches the bag? But do I trust Chonk with the bag? I don't trust Chonk with the bag.
I should stay with the bag.
Gilbert, I swear on my life. It's not a mystery, Gilbert. We know exactly what's in the bag. We know what happens if we open the bag. We know what happens if we upset the bag.
If we upset the bag.
We upset the bag.
Just leave the
Yeah.
bag
Will
alone.
be sacked.
All right, you're about a couple hundred feet away from the monastery now. Is there anything you'd like to do before you roll up to it?
Nothing I want to do.
No,
Except
dude,
I bring
fuck
Gilbert up in front and sit right next to me in my driver's seat.
Just sit down.
And I spark up
can
casual
I, like-
conversation with him, knowing it's pissing him off.
Okay, I do want to like sneak behind a tree though, just in case.
So at the moment, this monastery is situated on a hill,
Okay.
and the forest has been cleared around it for about a couple hundred feet in order to give it an appropriate defensible position.
Okay.
There are no trees to sneak around. You could try and hide in the cart. I'm imagining it's a covered wagon, so
Yes. I
you could do that.
do try to hide in the cart.
All right.
Get behind the bag.
Well,
say you
we'll have you
don't
we'll
touch the
have you
bag?
roll stealth when it's applicable. Right now,
Okay.
you are hiding in the
Kill
cart.
you if you touch this bag.
Yeah, Chunk. By the way, there is the bag in there.
Like the
Everyone
bag
heard.
of third.
Everyone heard about the rules about the bag, right?
Everybody heard about the rules about the bag, but Chunk, you don't know what's inside the bag.
We know
I don't
exactly
wanna
what's
know.
in the bag. We had a conversation
I
about what's
don't-
in the bag.
I don't
Said
want to
it
know
was
what's
a
inside the
conscious
bag.
thinking thing inside the bag. But you guys never said there's a person inside the bag. You just kind of left it open to
No, I
interpretation.
definitely said yes. There's a person inside the bag.
Yeah.
I don't want to know what's inside the bag. I don't want to know.
See,
You
Chonk
don't wanna
understands. We don't need to know. We don't want to know. We just
Now,
move the bag. I've done this for years, Gilbert. It is always better off if you don't know.
No. I agree. There's something I want to know. DM,
Yeah.
there are rules in Xanatharis for identifying spells.
Yeah.
Seeing as I know the School of Magic, is there any chance I could try to identify the spell or magic that's emanating from the bag that was of enchantment variety?
Do warlocks have access to the sleep spell?
I can inform you.
No, it's a subclass spell.
I do know Arcana and stuff, though.
Well, then roll me an Arcana check
Good.
to see if you can identify the exact spell versus something similar.
That's only a well. That's not bad. 16.
With a 16,
Yeah.
you recognize, and the fact that you are able to recognize it is because you spent, the morning of your watch sitting right next to it, right, and kind of subtly running a few magical tests on it of your own design. Someone just spilled all their dice.
I sure did.
And Gilbert, you know that the bag itself is not enchanted, but the rope that is tied that seals the bag is enchanted with a sleep spell. And you can infer that it keeps the person inside the bag, it keeps the thing inside the bag asleep. You're not sure if it's a person or if it's another thinking creature.
Friends, I would never know if I were to probe inside this thing's mind, but we'll get back to that later. We have a monastery to look at now.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. So you're about 100 feet away. So you want to do anything as you pull up to the door, the gate, should I say?
Can I pre-poison a few arrows?
Oh God.
So poisoning lasts for 1 minute.
Remember,
Oh,
poison
never
is
mind.
just as dangerous as normal poison.
Never
Right,
mind.
keep protection at all times.
Never mind. I don't want to poison.
I remember because I just looked it up in the player's handbook. All right. Blah blah blah. There's a couple of guards up top that see you and kind of eye you as you wander close to the gate. The gate is currently down.
I would like to eye them back.
I give him
Okay.
a big old wave and a toothy grin.
I am staying on the ground.
All right, good to know. Good to know. And so you stop about 30 feet out from the gate, enough to see the top of the wall, and someone leans their head over and says, hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Who are you?
I am Igor. This is the illustrious. I pointed Gilbert.
Well, Gilbert Oswald Doyle.
We are looking for A1 Danaka Zarn.
Tanaka?
Yes.
Well, come on in. And with that, the gate starts opening up.
I slowly get the cart inside.
And you wander in, and inside the walls of Helm's Hold, it's a residential kind of area inside the walls. It's a central district with several quiet hostels, a bustling marketplace. A wooden hangman
Marketplace.
scaffold stands in the center of the marketplace. On certain nights, when whatever. Wow. Okay, that's whack. All right. Yeah, and so it's a bustling marketplace essentially. And dominating the skyline is the Cathedral of Helm, which is built into the kind of the back wall.
Helm.
Hell.
God of protection, notably.
Nice.
Good stuff.
Sir Montu spent time here.
I didn't make this. I didn't make this up. Read the book.
Can't make this shit up.
You cannot make this shit up.
Dude, we're not allowed to read the book.
And 1927. Okay. And yeah, that was a bustling marketplace, and someone comes out of the door to the gatehouse and kind of waves at you guys and walks over and says, "Why, hello there. Welcome to Helm."
Before we get into this, and I'm eyeing the gallows.
What can I do for you?
Well, hold up. Can you hear me? Before we get towards anyone and talking to anyone, I'm eyeing the gallows, and I'm leaning over to Gilbert and whispering, keep the mysticism to a minimum here. I don't think they'll take too kindly to it.
And in your head you hear, "Oh, what mysticism?"
All right. Fantastic. I'm glad you understand. And then we are introduced.
Yes.
That was good.
We're back, baby.
We're positive on the scoreboard. No, we were talking to someone. Someone came out and introduced themselves to us.
Oh yeah. Hello. What can I do for you? Welcome to Helm's Hold.
We're looking for Danaka Zarn.
Oh yes, she's a recent member. May I ask for what business?
We have a message.
Well, she's on watch right now, but she'll be. And he reaches into his pocket and pulls out a very large pocket watch and opens it up, and then on the other hand he pulls out a very large ledger and kind of flips it open, and he looks between them and he says, "She should be done around 5 o'clock this evening, and so you can talk to her then if you'd like."
All right.
But unfortunately, before you enter the premises, I will need, just as a safety precaution,
Dude, I know where this is going, dude.
for you to put your weapons in our secure vault. We don't allow weapons in this holy place of Helm. And additionally, we will need you
Quick
to...
question:
Yes?
do the guards have weapons on them?
This guard does not. They have a sword at their hip, but that's it.
Can I inquire about this law-breaking guard?
Go ahead.
Why use sword? No sword?
Oh,
Sword.
oh. Well, the guards in the town generally don't carry lethal weapons, but the guards on the walls understandably have to have a martial presence. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to keep the security that we afford the residents here.
Okay, I'm gonna point out that this guard is inside the city, right?
Yeah, how you go about doing that?
Objection.
Question.
Never mind. All right, continue, please.
Yes, Mr. Dwarf.
Well, I've never understood my brother's decision, but if it's the god of protection,
Why is my brother dead?
we're not getting there right now.
Oh God.
Why don't you allow people to protect themselves with their weapons?
Well, that's certainly a topic of debate and tension between the various worshippers of Helm. We believe that here in Helm's Hold that the god of protection is in fact the walls around us and the people who man them and defend them, and that inside the protection is offered by the god himself.
Dude, that's wicked, man.
Well, I'm not a religious person, but I always interpreted Helm's protection as the strength in one's own arms, personally.
Well, yes, of course, and there are many people that follow that train of thought. And while that does have merit, we do have to keep in order here.
That makes sense.
Your weapons will be perfectly kept. You can see us lock them away in our vault in the barracks. And as soon as you leave, you can acquire them as you'd like.
Well,
we do not wish to cause trouble.
Of course not.
We just wish to ensure an equal standing for everybody.
What exactly is the definition of weapon?
Well, any magical and non-magical means of causing bodily harm without a usage for anything else.
Well then.
For example, swords were invented to hurt people. You don't see farmhands using swords to cut up their crops or whatever like that.
Now, dude, I've got a question.
Yeah.
So what if my, like, hands are considered, like, magical weapons?
Honestly,
that
I think it would be better.
interesting.
I think it would be better if we waited outside, personally.
Are you sure? I mean,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
again, we don't want to inconvenience you and cause trouble. It's really
No, dude, I
simple
think
matter.
we're
Most
okay.
people don't actually have any issue with this whatsoever. You are one of the few
Honestly,
groups that
it's kind of chilly it's awfully chilly in here anyways, so I think I'll just wait outside the walls.
It's quite warm. It's like 50, 60 degrees outside.
Insight check.
Thank you, Mark.
Yeah, Mark, roll me an insight check.
It's a terrible turn of phrase.
Oh yeah, no, it's awful. Isn't it?
21.
It's so bad. Because everyone says it's warm because it's not cold. 21.
Yes.
Oh my god.
All right, people. Today's sponsor.
Sponsor.
Who's today's sponsor?
What's the company that makes those like cup-shaped chips?
What? Fritos?
You know, no. Tostitos. John, what am I talking about?
Tostitos? Yeah.
Talking
they're
about
like
bugles?
The little, like the tiny bowl. No, not bugles. The little like so you can like dip your salsa.
You mean
But, like-
Tostitos scoops?
Tostitos scoops.
You're
Yes,
telling me
Tostitos
today's
scoops.
stream is brought to you by the delicious, crunchy taste of Tostitos scoops? It's great.
Yes.
Dip it into some salsa, some Tostitos salsa, some Tostitos queso. You can't go wrong with Tostitos. Honestly, just get yourself some chips, some dip. Honestly, I've had dinners where it's literally just chips and dip, and it's a fantastic dinner.
All right.
I in everyone's head they hear. Honestly, this person just seems like a guard who's working a 9-to-9 job and is a bit frustrated that we're not handing over our weapons. I don't quite know what to do.
I think we'll just wait outside. You said that it'll be a long while. And
Well, 5 o'clock in the evening.
yeah, and it's like, you know.
Hour.
Wait, what time is it now? And what time are we waiting for?
10 o'clock, maybe 9.
It's 10 in the
8:30.
morning.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's 7 hours right there.
Yeah.
I need to stay limber. I'm gonna go outside and train.
I again, the
No, honestly,
what we found is the only people that refuse to hand over their weapons and spend.
Oh no! We're not refusing to hand over our weapons. We just, if we're gonna have to stand around for a while, at least personally, I'd rather take the time to go
Why
train.
you wouldn't just come into the town? I mean, we have a bustling marketplace. He gestures behind him to a bustling marketplace, and it's like you can
Okay, wait.
Golds.
Wait, okay. Nathaniel,
Yes, Sean.
this man seems awfully insistent that we come inside the city. Can I insight check this?
Yes, you can.
All right.
What'd you roll?
The best part is Chonk is wise.
I don't have,
Smart but wise.
so I just get a +2.
Only a +2.
7.
Yep. I'm hanging out outside. Like I'll come in and I'll hang.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine. Me too. This break is brought to you by Tostitos Strips.
Tostito strips? I thought we were just doing Tostitos in general. But Tostito strips specifically this time. John, tell me about Tostito strips. I've never had them.
Tostito Strips. So they're just like a longer, thin, chip. So you're reaching into that, like little salsa jar, and you're like, that giant triangle, that doesn't fit. Those scoops, that doesn't fit. Just get salsa over my fingers. But the strips, oh, they're long and skinny.
John,
And
I have
they
a
work
revolutionary new sponsor for us. The second half of this break is brought to you by a bowl.
Okay.
I say, oh, we forgot third horse outside.
John, what are you talking about? Okay, so here's the thing. We're not going to impede on your hospitality. You want us to give us our weapons. We don't want to. We're just gonna wait outside. We understand that you want us to come inside, but I'm just gonna go train. I need to stay longer. I'm old. I'm rusty. You can literally hear my back crack. Just watch this. Oh, that is not good. Like, honestly. All
right, fine.
Yeah, dude,
Stay
I
outside
need
if
to
you
go
want.
fly, get my fresh air.
Okay. Have
So-
a good evening outside. You can come
Evening?
back
It's
and-
morning. It's 10 in the morning.
But I will say it's I might not be able to relay the message to whoever it is you're looking for. I don't know them that well personally. I just make the schedules. You might have to come in
Oh, of course.
in order to find her.
That's
Yes.
fine. We'll
Yeah,
come
we'll come
in
in
like,
once
like
the-
at 4.
When we see the guard duty come in, we'll follow in.
That sounds good. All right, well, have a good day.
Can I insight check him on why he's so fucking sad?
Yeah, okay.
I think he has a crush on her.
Like, I don't understand what's going on. Jesus Christ. I got a 5.
I would like
Alright.
to see if he likes
Oh,
Here we
her.
go!
How you doing?
I'm doing great. Anything good?
Yeah,
anything good
with
for
a
me?
5 in insight.
Deep
God,
5.
this guy's fucking suspicious.
Of course he is. He is
He's trying-
suspicious.
he honestly, he might be trying to just like lure you in.
I honestly, I
And
don't
you're
like the
not a
vibe here.
professional in like illusion magic, but like
He could be.
maybe there's something off.
He's
with
probably got a seeming spell on him. He's
that.
probably a
it's
tiefling.
like he's probably just trying to lead you in, and it's
gonna
not
ch-
actually a bustling marketplace. It's just like a place where they kill people and hang
Yeah,
their dead
they're
bodies.
butch. It's one of those things where like if you look at it just like sparingly, it looks like a marketplace, but if you like really like spend a moment to like look at it, it's just a giant fucking butcher shop and they're stripping flesh
well,
off.
no.
the bone.
If you spend a moment to look at it, it does still just look like a marketplace.
Damn, that's some powerful illusion magic.
I'm glad you're buying into this. Yeah.
Fucking Christ, we need to get outside.
So they think it's their god.
Oh no, I have the plans for that. Yeah.
All right,
Okay,
boys,
okay,
we
okay.
are going to go outside. Yes, let's go. Turn the cart around. All right,
All right,
Melody,
you turn the
Elizabeth,
card
let's
around.
go.
It's kind of like an awkward, like 7-point turn.
Of course.
Um,
Yep, sorry. Thank you.
Oh,
Adios.
Sorry, I didn't mean to bump into you. Sorry, my bad. Dude, bye.
Beep, beep.
It's like the Austin Powers scene. That's what it is.
Oh, yeah.
As you guys manage to get the cart out and you camp. How close are you to the wall?
Like honestly, like 50 feet away.
Okay, so
Or
you're
like
like right next to the wall. All
Yeah.
right. Yeah. So you set up camp there and you wait there for a couple of hours, I guess,
Yeah, keep it busy.
for
you know.
absolutely no reason other than 2 insight checks that are really low and one that's really high.
I don't like it. Didn't make me too happy.
Yes.
I don't like this whole city. I'm told of zealotry here. No good. I'm gonna wait outside. Get my
So
stretches
long
in.
we're outside.
I make sure that Gilbert gets nowhere near that bag.
No, I am staying 25 feet away from it. Don't worry.
Fantastic.
Out of curiosity, I'm like 100% sure that if I were to probe deeper with the detect thoughts, they would never be able to know.
Well,
I think it could be prudent.
I think you should summarize what summarize what you would do to me. All right, explain it to me in great detail.
I would cast the spell Detect Thoughts, and I would detect their thoughts and see what they're thinking.
All right, that is not enough detail.
I quite honestly don't know what to tell you.
I just think it's a bad idea, all around, because
Same, but I know what he's thinking. Since it's the rope on the bag that's casting the sleep spell, if
No,
he detects
the logic makes perfect sense.
Yes.
But we're not going to do it. Because
hear me out.
We are doing this.
We are dealing with a band of liars and, quite frankly, unsavory and untrustworthy folk. It is possible that by learning what this individual, or whatever the hell it is thinking, we may learn that they are actually planning to stab us in the back. It's a safety protocol.
So you think you're telling me that we are transporting this body all the way to Tribor, just so that when they get that Tribor, someone can take the knot off so that the person inside the bag can open the bag and kill us?
No, not the person opening the bag, but they may know stuff about why they're being transported, and it's possible this is we're just disposable non-members and they can get rid of so no one knows this happened.
Wait, so if you cast Detect Thoughts on someone that's asleep, what happens?
We don't know, and I really want to find out.
No?
I don't know.
Do you see his dreams?
Can I take a nap right now?
Yeah, you could try and take a nap.
All right, I'm taking a nap. Or do I have to roll?
No, just fucking fall asleep.
No, you can take a nap.
Is this a subtle hint? I'm supposed to detect his thoughts so we find out first?
Chad,
I was gonna say he
Chad's
didn't say
volunteering.
anything before he just started taking a nap.
Well, Chad's asleep. Give it to go on him.
Well, I wouldn't want to do it against someone I know. It's a bit invasive.
Yeah, well, if it's invasive to the person we don't know, but aren't we sympathizing with them or something, and that's why we're trying to read their thoughts?
Well, I don't know if we sympathize them. That's why I want to read their thoughts.
I just think it's a bad idea.
What is the reason to not do it?
If they find out, they are going to get upset. We are going to be even further in their debt because we broke a deal.
But they won't find out. Problem solved.
If they do. If they have magics that can keep someone inside the bag asleep, then they probably have magics that they can figure out if someone inside the thoughts was detected.
Oh, please, sleep is a very low-level spell.
Detect thoughts. It is a classic spell.
Anyone else have any opinions? Because boy, do I know what my opinion is.
I just point and I wave to the sleeping chicken.
Okay.
I don't think it's a good idea.
Detect the thoughts of the chicken and see if they think it's a good idea.
With the chicken! I'm so sorry, that's really funny.
The only chickens I see are all of you. Fine. If Chad is upset this is your idea,
Yep.
I cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay.
And I turn my attention to Chad.
Okay. You initially learn the surface thoughts of the creature, what is on its mind most in that moment. As an action, you can either shift your attention to another creature's thoughts or attempt to probe deeper into the same creature's mind. They don't make any saving throws if you are just reading their initial thoughts, the surface thoughts of the creature. They don't make any saving throws. There's nothing that they do. Right, I'm reading the spell correctly?
Yes.
Okay. Chad,
Yes.
while you're napping, what are your surface level thoughts? And
Surface.
I think you're dreaming right now,
Yes.
or at least your subconscious is definitely in effect. So feel free to make it as dreamed as you want it to be.
Whereas,
How long do I have?
It's your surface level thoughts.
All right. Do I say what's happening in the dream?
Yeah, you
It's
can
your
describe
surface
the
level
surface
thoughts.
level of the dream.
you tell us.
Something like very like surface level again.
Very surface level. You see like pretty much just like a bird meet like a bird person standing guard in like very official clothes and a fire in the background. That's about it.
I ask my good friends, do I do the deeper probing?
Well, is that what you're planning on doing to the bag?
Well, it's a thing inside the bag, but yes.
Then yes, you should try doing it to Chad.
That has to be a cell that no, I can't do it to the person in the bag. A thing that I can see.
Yes! And
Only
I
the
made you waste a spell slot!
Only the detecting of someone's presence can go through, like, stuff. Wait, no. No, that's not true. Okay, nope. Once I detect the presence of a creature, I can read its thoughts for the rest of the duration as described above. So there's contradictory language in the spell. Okay, we're back on. Yep, we're going deeper in Bird Boy.
Okay, we're going deeper. Chad, make a wisdom saving throw.
Sorry,
Even though you are willing, you're unconscious, so I'd say no matter what, the creature's unwilling.
This makes perfect sense.
Okay, wisdom saving throw.
Holy shit, it's like Inception with the subconsciousness.
That is a 4 + 5, so 9.
You fail.
They fail.
To read the spell, if it fails, you gain insight into its reasoning, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind, such as worries, loves, hates, fears, etc.
Look at my bonds and flaws and personality traits, shall I?
Okay, so this spell has some interesting wording. Mark, can you copy and paste the wording into like a thing?
Whop. Yep.
Because I'm gonna make a few home rule adjustments here. Because it says the creature knows you are probing its mind, unless you shift attention to another creature's thoughts and creature make an intelligence check, right? But John's asleep, so I don't think it knows right away, right? Like, unless you are naturally a lucid dreamer, you won't like know someone's fucking with your dreams. I think the chances are it's like what we should do is have it be a sort of intelligence check where the target makes a wisdom saving throw, and then you delve deeper into their dream mind, and then they make an intelligence check every 6 seconds, and whether or not they succeed or fail determines whether or not they know that someone's probing into their mind and they wake up, or they become aware of the fact that they're dreaming, right? Something like that. So for this 6 seconds, nothing happens except Gilbert, you see deeper into Chad's mind. Chad, what does Gilbert see?
All right. So what's kind of happening is there is a small city on the top of a large mountain where there was lots of different Arakocra kind of doing their own things, and Chad is one of the people standing guard, and everything is in flames. People are running around, and there's nothing he can do. And then you see Arakocra being slowly carried down in sorts of cages as Chad attempts to make a decision between his own freedom and his family's freedom. It would be probably one of the bigger parts of his personality, and therefore what you find deep down in that thought bubble. Let's see. Let me read.
Yeah, it's a sad fucking dream.
Yeah.
Gilbert, that's what you feel. That's what you see.
Oh my. Well, he doesn't seem to be reacting. Yes?
No,
Yes.
not at the moment.
In that case, I think we can unfocus on Chad.
Okay.
And I'll stop casting the spell.
Oh.
Stop casting the spell.
Okay. Should we shake him awake and see if he has any interesting thoughts to report?
I would agree.
So that's a grand idea.
Okay, let me go poke the sleeping bird.
All right.
I poke the sleeping bird.
Chad, you wake up to a very obnoxious poking.
Pardon me.
Oh, dude.
Excuse me. So sorry.
Yeah. What's up?
Chad, have you had any notable thoughts in your dreams or anything in this time you've been napping?
Well, I was just like having a good time flying around, dude, and then it just kind of turned into a nightmare, and yeah, I just like reflect on some things like I haven't thought about in a while, dude.
Yes.
And it kind of just like forcibly came upon like the forefront of my like thoughts. It was super weird, dude. Why are you? What did you do to me?
Oh, well, you see, that may have been whose fault? I mean, I guess I'm the one who took the action, but it wasn't my idea.
You read my brain, dude?
Just a little bit. And we now know that the individual in the sack will not know.
No,
So
no, they forget. Are you serious? He knew exactly what you did.
No, he didn't. He knew he had a bad
No,
dream.
Chad. Yeah, so Chad wouldn't have felt any outward intrusion, and only because he knows Gilbert and what Gilbert does and what he's seen Gilbert do to other people, and like, Chad's familiar with the way mind reading works, at least from Gilbert's point of view and perspective. That's why he was able to make the connection.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you for picking that up, Nathaniel.
I think this is an awful idea. It is an awful idea. What if something goes wrong and the person knows, and then as soon as they open it up, they're like, "Yo, he was in my mind."
No. They said this was someone who's causing them trouble, so I don't exactly think he's gonna
You
be.
really trust this? You really trust the things they say to you?
Oh, now you're criticizing me for trusting them?
Absolutely not. I don't trust them at all. All I know is I'm supposed to bring this bag from here to there. That's all I ever done.
Back, Chunk, do you have any thoughts?
You always hate it when mom and dad fight.
Mom, which one's dad?
Doesn't matter.
He's got to get inspiration, though, right?
No, he gets inspiration for that one, Chief.
Oh,
That's good. Oh, that's fucking funny. Yeah. Write that one down. Inspiration. It's above your stat blocks. I
Top
think.
left,
Ah.
below name.
Ah.
Yeah,
Plus
Mark,
one.
you have it. Yeah.
Um,
That's good.
Who's not?
I think that there is a lot of negatives that could come out of it,
Yes.
and not very many positives.
No.
Yes.
Chad,
Yeah, dude.
do you think that this would be a good idea, probing the mind or whatever the hell's in the bag?
I don't know. You can tell what I think, dude. Why don't you
No, I can't.
look at it yourself?
Oh, shots fired.
Oh, God, it wasn't my idea.
I
So
really,
Mark wants to do this so bad.
I want Mark.
surface level only. Surface level only.
No.
I really
No. Don't do it at all.
What was that, Chunk? What was that, Chunk?
Surface only.
No.
We can start there.
No.
want.
No.
Just
Hey, that's a 3 out of 5 majority if I've ever seen one.
No,
Yes.
it wasn't. What did
Oh.
Chad? Chad did not say yes.
Chad said just
What did he? I can't fucking hear him.
He said just the tip.
Just the tip.
No. This is an awful idea.
probably, but let's find out.
No. No.
Why?
I don't
Are
feel. I don't feel like ending up dead in a fucking ditch somewhere because we pissed the people we are trying to make amends with. You are like what you're trying to do is you're trying to figure out what pissed off the Black Network. I could tell you right now that doing this and them finding out about it will piss them off. All you're going to do is figure out how to piss them off while pissing them off.
I would like to start a game of cards with Chunk.
I start chewing on one of the cards.
Excellent.
All we're going to end up doing is end up in a bigger hole than we are already in. I've done this for years, Gilbert.
All I'm telling you, and this is the last time I'll say it, because honestly, we've spent a lot of time on this, and I do apologize to everyone for that. There is no way for them to know. No way.
How? What the person? There's a chance the person knows.
Dude, you have
Gilbert,
any
you are confident that when you probe a sleeping person's mind, as long as you only go surface level, there's no way they can know.
I cast Detect Thoughts.
I fucking hate
Does that mean you don't have any twos?
Two finger. That's me.
They're playing fucking Go Fish. Gilbert,
All right, go fit.
you
Yes.
cast Detect Thoughts on the bag. More specifically, the creature in the bag. For surface level thoughts, you see. Let's see. What would they be dreaming about right now? Well, it's a lot of void. And some of it feels magically induced. A lot of like nothingness. A lot of like nothingness where something should be. Like someone took an eraser to something, right? But they left like little smudge marks. It's kind of the vibe you get. Dreams are weird. But notably, you see a dark cellar and a blurry guard's face looking at you before you're in the first person perspective. And it's like a dark wine cellar almost with a little food in it, dirt floor. And you look up to see a guard or two looking in to the cellar. They toss down some what's probably food and then close some doors.
God damn it, guys.
Do you go any deeper or not?
Don't do it.
You see, I was just about to say yes.
The party doesn't know whether or not you go deeper. So this is between you and your moral compass.
You gotta ask for consent, man. That's all I'm saying.
That's the thing, I don't.
Cut that one out.
Yeah. I
You know who it is.
I don't know who it is. Who is it?
Oh, wait, no one tell him.
Am I an idiot?
Yes.
Yeah, kind of.
Mark Lane, lizard brain.
Oh, I know who it is.
I think your character might be able to put the information together if you do as well.
It's like totally, absolutely Kella Darkhope.
Maybe. You have no confirmation on this or not, but these stories back up.
I go deeper.
Oh no!
Out of curiosity, what do we see on the outside? Like, does Gilbert's face?
Yeah,
Like,
Gilbert, what do you see?
It's a concentration spell, right?
Oh yes, absolutely.
After the first turn, I punch him.
They see me, just kind of furrow my brow a little more.
Okay.
So after the first round is him start doing surface level, right?
Yeah, you can estimate it's a rough duration of around 6 to 10 seconds.
Well, after as soon as my turn comes around, I fucking punch him square in the gut.
Well, okay. Yeah, I'll say that.
That's fair.
Are you punching to do damage?
I'm punching to hopefully make him lose his concentration.
Okay. In which case, Gilbert Oswald Doyle, roll me a Constitution check to see if you maintain concentration.
Yeah, natural 20 plus 2.
All right.
it was meant to be.
All right, we're doing this. So you can feel yourself be punched, right? You're not like totally in the mind.
You take 6 points of damage, by the way.
You take 6 points of damage as you're punched. You can continue to do the spell.
Yes.
However, you do know that you just took 6 points of damage from a punch.
Yep.
Your choice on what to do.
He's continuing. Of course he is.
God, okay. Then they're gonna roll.
I'm so happy Mark is doing. I'm happy Mark is doing this, but I'm just gonna keep going. Hope you know, Mark. You're doing great. Keep going.
On their saving throw, as you can see there. That's a +2, I think, for their wisdom. Yes, they fail. All right. It's dream. The feelings you get from this dream are feelings of remorse and regret, are kind of up there. There's a lot of pain as well. It's definitely a nightmare, and a severe feeling of like isolation, and something it worries over, loves, or hates. It definitely hates itself right now. You can feel that kind of deep emotional self-hatred coming from the bag. Okay. That was your freebie. Another punch.
That's it.
All right.
No, if that's it, then that's all I'm getting. Then I'm done. I'm out.
Natural 20. Okay. Igor, you give him another punch?
Yep. Right in the gut.
Okay. Right in the gut.
I could have done 2. I could have hit him twice. He might have had to make a second one. Damn, I'm an idiot.
Wait, he's punching me after I dropped concentration?
Well, no,
well, I didn't see you. I see you doing your round, and boom, I punch you, and then you're out.
Concentration, but it's a bit too quick. Right. You drop concentration, Igor still punches you in the gut.
Yes.
The swing, don't even swing.
How much damage?
6. It's another 6.
Another 6 points of damage. Gilbert, as you open your eyes and kind of drop concentration, you another punch in the gut, and you think that one probably cracked a rib as you go down on one knee.
Well, did you find what you were looking for?
Oh yes. And pain.
Good. I hope you know. I hope you know. They ask questions about this. I'm not dying for you, alright? And this far, you are not ruining my life for this stupid information, alright?
Absolutely.
I'm curious, how much time passed between you leaving the town gate and doing all of this? Was this like after an hour or so camping?
I'd say an hour or so.
Okay, so you
I'd say
still
it's
have
probably
like 4 hours left in the day until
I'd
you
say
come
it's been
back
like
inside.
probably 3 hours because an hour before it started, an hour nap for the invasion, and then an hour after. I think this was
I'm gonna say 2 hours
2 hours. Okay.
as a DM. Notably, you still have 3 hours to go as you sleep or rest, and then as you grab the cart and start making your way back to the gate.
Can I short rest?
Yeah, you can short rest, Gilbert. Those of you who can have eyes on the bag inside the wagon, I don't know who that is. Roll me a perception check.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Natural
All
20.
right, Chunk. Igor, if you're driving the cart, I don't think you
We're not
have
driving
eyes.
anywhere. We're sitting.
Oh no, this is you walking back
27.
Oh,
to the gate. So Chunk and Chad.
You said perception?
Yeah. So everyone inside the wagon. I imagine Gilbert's up front with Igor.
I
As
imagine I'm in the back.
Yeah.
24.
Those two. Uzna, what'd you roll?
I rolled what is my perception? At plus 14.
Yeah. So you all notice movement inside the cart, and it doesn't quite line up with like the jostling from side to side as you get back onto the road. And each of you look at each other in the eyes,
I would like
And
to look at
then-
Gilbert.
look
Wait.
at the bag moving
What?
in front of the cart, and it's kind of moving, not so subtly.
Igor, Gilbert.
oh
Yes.
God.
Mom,
The-
Dad, we got a problem.
Yes.
The bag.
Mhm.
It's
Dude, would you like to take a look?
Yes.
Don't touch
Igor
it.
and Gilbert, you hop off the front of the cart and make your way to the back.
Yeah.
And when you look inside, the bag is moving.
How aggressively?
Sense.
Somewhat aggressively. Not aggressively, but definitely moving.
Do we hear anything? So nothing vocal.
No, the only sounds you hear come from the bag making contact with like the wood and stuff like that.
Okay, I shout out, hello?
No. Don't talk to it. Don't talk to it.
I look at the knot.
Yeah, it's still tied.
Like
Okay.
The
very
deal,
very
the
securely.
deal was for the knot.
Cool. I leave it.
Okay.
Dude, does anyone know how to like cast sleep?
No.
Is anyone out there?
You guys go inside. You deal with this. I'm staying
Can
with
you
the
help
bag.
me?
Do we recognize the voice?
Yeah, that's the voice of Kella Darkhope from inside the bag.
Oh, okay.
Now we're gonna end the session.
Ah, yeah.
I hate you. Marco. I hate you immensely.
My only regret is it took so long.
I love that conversation. Holy shit. Just like it must have been half an hour of back and forth about whether or not you should probe the thoughts of the bag, only to do it anyway. I'll have you know the only reason she woke up so early is because she rolled a natural 20.
But wait,
So-
is the knot on the bag?
Fail her wisdom save.
So, yes, the knot is on the bag.
And
That
the
is
knot
correct.
keeps people magically asleep.
That's what you can infer. There are maybe other forces at play that you aren't aware of that caused her to wake up. You don't know all of the pieces to the puzzle. You know your pieces to the puzzle, but you don't know all of them. Maybe you will in
This
time.
is exciting.
Why did you have to go deeper?
Okay, maybe that was the best session I've ever had. This is the funniest thing I've ever done. I really wanted to throw in combat in there, but then you guys were like, "Let's find out what's in the bag," and that
You
kind of.
gave us a bag that we can't open.
Don't worry, we'll have lots of combat next session. We'll make up for it.
Oh,
Mainly
boy.
because this second part of this home told thing, if we continue it, we'll have lots of combat.
Oh well, that's terrifying.
Don't worry about it.
I remember
Oh,
the first 3
it's not a
sessions.
bad combat. It's a good combat.
I am so ready to cast Spirit Guardians.
I'm gonna say, you guys being so, what is with it in parties and refusing to hand over weapons? You have a monk and a wizard or a warlock with you. You guys don't need weapons.
We're going to when we go in.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not. See, here's the thing. If I can be weaponless for an hour or be weaponless for 7, I'm gonna be weaponless for an hour.
It's easier
Yeah.
to keep an eye on the bag when it's not in the.
Also, what would
town.
we do in the town?
Well, I mean, it is a
Buy
full
stuff?
We don't
town.
have money.
Notably a town of the god of protection. There might be some interesting things there.
I don't trust the God of Protection
God.
anymore.
God of
well,
Protection
you know,
did not do well for our boy Uzna Bonzo, so I'm
which
not
is
feeling
why I
too
was
hot
really
about him.
excited because I had some things planned for Uznab and dealing with the god of protection and all of that, but we'll have to save that for next session.
Fuck me.
I'm excited.
The
This campaign has taken a turn for the wild.
Did you like my dream, Nathaniel?
That was a good
Really?
dream. I liked it.
wait a second. Did Chad ever make an intelligence saving throw for when he got probed?
And yes.
It was a wisdom one.
Well, no. What you said there was an
I never made an
intelligence.
intelligence check because Gilbert only went 1 layer deep.
Well,
Which is
Gilbert.
also what I do. Like I'm not. I'm just trying to.
Yeah,
say
it's
it's
true.
It's the same
For
thing
what-
that was done. But okay,
For
no, we're
what you are knowledgeable of.
yeah, no, absolutely.
For all intents and purposes, she shouldn't have woken up from what you were doing, Gilbert, and you know that, Gilbert.
Absolutely.
But we don't.
You guys don't. You have to believe Gilbert with what he says.
Can
He
I
tells
insight
you.
check Gilbert? I fucking mad.
Yeah. Next session you can.
Nope, I'm doing it now.
Can
Rolled
we
a
have
17.
a new
17
Nope.
plus 1.
Nope. Foundry's closed. Can't do it.
Foundry's
Recording's off,
open.
doesn't happen.
I'm still here. Mark's fucking name's still there. I can still see
You
his.
can't
stupid-
fire me.
I quit. I'm mad. I'm fucking mad.
I'm excited.
I'm mad. John, if you're camping, I'm gonna shit on your chest.